to throw on 4th and 18. He's given time. He wants Jefferson. Climbs the ladder. Oh, my goodness. Justin Jefferson. The catch of his life.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's everybody out there doing? It is your boy, Coach Lee. Welcome to the Playcall Chief. Week number 4 is almost a wrap. Got the Giants and the Seahawks playing right now. So it depends on who you pick, depending on who you're cheering for, probably. But man, we got another great, exciting show for you, man. Fresh off of hanging out with my guy almost a whole week, man. Came down here, did his thing. He fit right into the Lone Star State. But man, let's get my brother back on here, hollering at my main man. He was celebrating that dub yesterday. Meta Watt.
Oh, what's going on with y'all, man? It's Monday, man. You know, overreaction Monday. It was no overreaction in Dallas yesterday. Everything, happened the way it was supposed to happen, man. Patriots get slapped up. I enjoy myself in Dallas. I don't want to leave Dallas, so I'm actually mad that this is my last show located from this location, man. It's gonna be sad getting on the plane, man. But what's going on, everybody? Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know the drill. STWF TV. We're going to give y'all a memorable one tonight. And I hope your day is well, Coach, man. Even though I was with you early, man. Shout out for the great, Mexican food. It was bombs, delicious. I'm still tasting it in my mouth hours later. You know what I'm saying? But before we continue, man, you know what I'm saying? We got some guys necessary not in Dallas. I don't think they want to be in Dallas right now, because we slapped up the Patriots, man. And I got to catch a flight with a couple of those guys in a while. But let's bring in culprit number 1 tonight. Don't be so sad, man. We ain't going to bash y'all tonight. But my guy, Chili Will, in the building, man, a.k.a. Will Belichick. What's the word with you, brother, man?
Man, we got beat like we stole something. We deserve it, too, though. Bum-ass. Bum-ass team. Y'all, I'm glad y'all have fun, though. That's what's up, man. Lit that shit up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We here, man. What's going on? Unk's in the building. Got Bobby in the building. Shout out to Unk, man. Spent some of my week with him as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Got to see my first HBCU game, you know what I'm saying, on Saturday. Team Prairie View and Grambling. It was a dope game, dope atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? It was fire. I'm going to go to another one, definitely. But before we continue, though, we got a 4-square table around here today. You know what I'm saying? Kind of the 3-man triangle, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, they told us, man, we got to put somebody on the bench today and then put them in the game because we in trouble tonight. So what we're going to do is,
we're in the game, Coach.
We're going to shout out to Ayo on this Monday night, another Patriot culprit. He knew he had to come in here tonight and feel this smoke. It's my guy. Y'all know him as Jake from State Farm, but Jake's with the Jets now. I don't think he liked the Jets, but my man Ayo in the building. What's going on with you?
Mac Jones sucks.
Yeah, he does.
I was realizing that.
Come on home, brother. Come on home.
Yes, I showed up on purpose because Patriots got the ass kicked. I got called out in the messenger, and I just wanted to start off with my first words of being Mac Jones, mother effing sucks.
Yeah, he's not good. That's for damn sure.
His name's Nut Jones. That's his name, Nut Jones.
They're gonna make him go on a separate plane back to frickin'.
That's some shit you picked up in the parking lot while tailgating.
No, actually, after the Jets game last week, when it was told that he hit Sauce in the genitals.
Oh yeah. Nutshot Jones. Yeah, he's low blow. That's low blow. That's Mac low blow.
Yes, sir, man. So shout out to everybody coming in, man. We came off an incredible week 4 in the NFL. Things are getting a little heated as we hit October. It was the first of October yesterday, so the first slate of games in October. Pretty decent day. What y'all say?
Yeah.
Learned a lot. Learned a lot about some teams. Learned a lot about some more teams that are struggling. And overall, man, NFL is going to be a pretty exciting season, man. 4 weeks just don't tell the story. We know there's a story left to be told. So it's going to be good. We're going to be on the ride on the play call sheet and doing this and that. So.
Yep, championship teams are born in October.
Oh, no championship teams are born in October, but there's some teams that won't get a chance in January, and we already know that already. We won't mention them right now, but you get
one. The Bears.
Oh yes, the Bears, definitely. So I'm on tap tonight, guys.
Hold on. That hat is a fire, Coach. I see you. I know exactly.
I see that. I want to take it off his head today. I want to take it off his head today.
They think they slick. How they got a hat like that? Shit ain't even legal down there. Like, this is good, man.
That's the second compliment he's got on that hat from a Patriots fan tonight. I know he's feeling rizzed up right now.
Yeah.
They did it pretty good, man.
Yeah, they did.
Chris, you didn't say 41 points.
Yeah, but all that is just they did that for plausible deniability for what the front of the hat is about.
Facto.
Bree, don't feel bad. I thought I had a good week until I got 170 dropped on me.
It's all right, man. It happens, man. You get slapped some days, you win some games. Just don't go on a losing skid. That's the worst thing.
Absolutely no one thought DJ Moore was going to do what he did, so it's all right. I'll take it.
I had 2 players left, and my opponent had 1, and that one was Christian McCaffrey. I got smoked.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Will. Hey, I'm gonna one up you on that. I thought I had a win. The guy I went against had Christian McCaffrey and Ayuk.
Oh, looks like a bad night for you. Yeah, bad night.
I was up by 30, lost by 40.
That was you, Unc. That might have been you. Of course it is.
Oh, by yours truly, Unc's in the frame, man. Hey,
had to be Unc, of course.
I don't have to worry in the STWF league this week. It's another nice win for myself. Last year, y'all know I was this close to a championship, so I'm trying to get to the championship this year and win it. So I can't speak on that for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I believe in all my fantasy leagues. I ain't lose a game this week, so it was pretty good. Dallas winning fantasy leagues, Cowboys winning. I'm a jolly guy to start this Monday.
Yeah, you just know my fantasy team's hurt when my third best wide receiver is Brandon Cooks, so I'm kind of hurting right now. We need to do some. I need to make some trades.
Shout out to Brandon real fast, man.
Call it for you.
I almost called him the game yesterday. He said Dallas will win 41-14. It was 38-3.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Chris, man. You got to thank you, man. You're welcome, Chris.
Hey, look. Hey, close. Close is only good in handgun. What is it? Hand grenades and horseshoes. We don't do that close shit. Almost. Nah, good score though. Y'all waxed us. My man Mac forgot who his receivers were. He thought they were wearing silver.
Mac forgot who was
silver and white.
Yeah. Shit. If you was playing against that defense yesterday, I would have forgot who my receivers were too.
I don't know what you mean. Mac forgot he was playing football.
He got a new slot receiver named Bland. He's the baller.
Yeah, that's good. That's gonna be the first topic of tonight. So, so I think we've talked about this before. In regards to who was instrumental in the dynasty of the Patriots.
Are you gonna do me like this? This is how you gonna do me on this day? Like the loss wasn't bad enough. You gonna do this today?
Was it Brady or was
playing dirty pool out here?
This is gonna end up being an argument between the two below here. So I'll let Will start it off since he's older.
Well, which one is it, huh?
Which one is it? It's both. It's more Brady though. I mean, look, I'll put it like this: Brady allowed. What are we doing?
This came first. Take another egg.
I say it like this. I
Go
don't
back.
think Brady becomes Brady without Belichick. I don't think he gets to that level. He could work hard, but I don't think he gets to the level he got without Belichick, especially with the situational football that we always played throughout them years and the defenses that he put on the field. Now, with that being said, it's clear now that he was able to build certain teams and certain rosters knowing he could fall back on Brady. I think they really needed each other if you want to say the player is more important. But however, we see other great players not be able to do shit if their coach is whack. So
Yes.
I think it's a mix of both. I think he put good guys in the staff from Charlie Weiss at one point, Romeo Crennel and them, you know what I mean? And then moving on to McDaniel still being good. So he put good coaches with his great quarterback. I think Brady's still a great player without Belichick, but I don't think he's the GOAT without Belichick. And I think it's vice versa. So I think they needed each other. I guess now we can lean a little more toward Brady. Yeah, Brady won. I give you that. It's an easy one to say that Brady won without Bill, but like, here's the thing. He also went to a stacked-ass team. Now, the record wasn't great, but their record wasn't great with a quarterback who just threw 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions in Jameis Winston. So, like, he definitely went to a team that had a young, up-and-coming great defense and weapons everywhere in offense. And he brought Gronk, which is from our team.
You know he 100% LeBron'd it when he went to Tampa.
Yeah. Now, that being said, also, Kraft made Belichick trade his succession plan. However you feel about Jimmy G, he's way better than Matt. However,
100%. No, there's no disagreement.
And Bill made him get rid of. And Kraft made him get rid of him because Brady was trying for that last year that he was here. So with that said, look, I think it's quite obvious that Brady solidified. Belichick is too. And yeah, you could say Brady won without Bill, but Bill Parcells never won without Belichick and that defense. So Belichick got 2 other rings just as a defensive coordinator. If you don't want to count it, fine. That's your choice. But
correct in that assessment. I am with Will on the fact that if Belichick didn't draft Brady was probably going undrafted and was going to be on a practice squad. That's a fact. Now, going back on the Belichick comment there, he kind of, this is sad to say, but like he's kind of McDaniels. He didn't win unless he had Brady with him. Before Brady, he didn't do much as a head coach. He got Brady, built the dynasty, and then as soon as he left, we see exactly what he's left with and what he does. He can't build a team. But they needed each other 100%. I'm with Will on that. But Brady did go off and win, but LeBron didn't have a stacked team. So it's really tough to say they needed each other more than they did. And Brady wouldn't be Brady without Bill drafting him. So that's kind of my. I'm with Will probably about 90% of the way.
It's a cheap shot to say the man can't build a team because of 3 seasons with Mac Jones.
Well,
and 1 or 2 with Mac Jones and 1 with Cam. Like, look, he's made some mistakes recently for sure. And I think he has to adjust to not having Brady to fall back on for sure.
Well, in his last 10 seasons with Brady, he won 11 or more games.
Yeah.
In those last 10 seasons.
Yep.
Yet to top 10 wins without.
No, I don't even think he's gotten to 10, has he? No.
And his record without Brady is 26-28.
Yeah, that's not good. It's not good, people.
Nope,
so, but you still need a quarterback. Like if you take any great coach and you take an elite quarterback that's even close to Brady's level, and then give him Mac Jones and Cam Newton for 3 years, 4 years, you're gonna get similar results.
So we got a little bit of a hot take from Shay.
I've been one of those guys that said that Coach Belichick deserved a lot more of the credit than Tom Brady. But I was foolish in my assessment of this. It's becoming more and more apparent to me that Tom Brady was largely the reason why the Patriots won. Because you see, he go to another team and they win. Coach Belichick has struggled to win without Tom Brady. And see, what happens is that no matter how great the dynamic is, there's going to be a point in time that I want more credit. And it can't be 50-50. 50-50 is not good enough when you're dealing with 2 guys that have the massive egos that these 2 men have. Because remember, guys, the more successful you are, the greater your ego is. So I need to show I'm the reason why we're having more the success. No, I'm the reason. So Coach Belichick says, I'm going to go win one without you. Out the door you go. You see, we can't have that argument because we saw Joe win a Super Bowl without Bill Walsh. So we can't say that they were winning because of Walsh because we saw Joe win one without him. Coach Belichick wanted to leave no doubt in anybody's mind that the reason why the Patriot way and everything that falls up under the umbrella, the way we do press conferences, the way we report injuries, and the way we do things are because of me. But what he failed to realize is that he had that general, that 17-star general in Tom Brady that made everything smooth. And he's finding out the hard way it's not as easy as he ever thought it would be.
Hey, for the most part, I agree. Like I said, if you take, there's always going to be a gap when you leave a quarterback like that, take a quarterback like that out of a system. And then on top of that, replace him with a bum. Now he's drafting the bum. So
yeah,
it's
like Will said earlier about Garoppolo, and I'm not going to compare Garoppolo to a Steve Young, but Garoppolo very well, because the Patriots within the next couple of years after Garoppolo was gone, the Patriots did win another Super Bowl. Yeah. Not saying Garoppolo could have pulled that off, but we know Garoppolo's track record. He's the ultimate mid quarterback who can win some games, and he's in lucky situations, except for now in Las Vegas. He possibly could have won maybe one bowl if he was still in New England, but we don't know that because history didn't go that way. But they took away his contingency plan, and Garoppolo was gone.
And yeah, I don't even think we would have won that one with Jimmy G. I know it's possible, but I don't think we would have. But I think overall the team would have been in a better situation.
I think the one against the Rams we could have, but I think the game against Atlanta, we wouldn't have had that comeback. No way.
Well, definitely not the Atlanta one, and the Rams, I don't see that one.
It was a defensive shootout. It didn't really matter.
I keep it real with you. It looks like Tom. I'm gonna chime in on this. It definitely feels like Tom because Tom had obviously the success when Bill left, and when Tom knew that he wasn't gonna win no more, he left. Just gratefully, like, I'm gonna retire. I'm not gonna stain my career any more than what it is. I just think that Bill Belichick, honestly, he's getting a lot of flack right now.
Mm-hmm. Deservedly so.
He's won forever. Like, guys, if he became older and had more years in the league, even if he lost his general or didn't lose his general, this time was gonna come anyway. And we know the Atlanta Falcons, they won against them, and they won against the Rams. If you're a fan watching football, you already seen kind of the demise of the Patriots, and they were just clinging on. They were just continuing to hang on. The year after that, they lose to Tennessee in the playoffs. We kind of knew at some point the script was over. But winning that championship in the minds of people, Bill Belichick can still ride on. Tom Brady can still ride on. So at the end of the day, for me, you can say Brady, obviously, he's the football player, and you win games playing on a football field, but I'm not going to discredit Belichick, and I'm not going to even have a hateful situation or a hateful debate about Belichick, man. He did what he did right now. Just like my Cowboys, Steelers, all the legendary teams end up in this situation where you got to find something new to be able to continue to try to win, man. But man, hey, it happens, man. Bill, hey, you want to lose, you want to continue to lose, that's what you're going to do. Yeah. That's the thing about Bill. He's going to sit there and he's going to take his punches, and that's what he's doing. He's taking his punches good, and that's what it is, man. But in terms of exposure and all that, he's not exposed. He's doing his job on the football field. His job on the football field, everybody knows that he's a defensive guy. He tried to find an offensive guy to fix the offense this year. That guy was good 10 years ago.
Yeah, if that.
You got to find something fresh and new with the NFL now. The way that the Patriots have been able to beat you in years probably ain't the way to beat you anymore.
It seems like the only guy that knows how to run that New England offense and can get it at least to turn is McDaniels.
Yeah. He may be back.
Yes. Yeah, he's going to be short-lived where he's at. He may have a job for life as the OC of the Patriots because his head coaching career is awful. Yeah, look, I will say this, though. Bill deserves plenty of criticism for how he's constructed this team, for sure. Now, yeah, I have a conspiracy minute with Will. I think he's tanking the whole thing. I think he's doing just enough for people to be like, yeah, he's trying. I don't think he cares about what anybody says, so he's not worried about that. And I don't think he fears for his job because he's good with craft. Yep. So I think he's taking the situation. I think he is taking Matt's career. I think he got him for a rookie season. He saw, he's got potential, but his ceiling is really low. His ceiling is basically Chad Pennington at best. And I think from there on, he's just like, whatever.
And the thing is,
I kind of feel like it's not. It's not in between. Like I feel like I don't think Bill was feeling this from the rip. And
I don't think he wanted them.
And if we're gonna go Patriot as if they're this version of the Cowboys in the 2010s and the 2000s, you have to start pitting Kraft along the lines of people to blame. You can blame Bill Belichick. You can blame him. But ultimately, if you blame Jerry Jones for moves that the Cowboys making, the reason why they're not winning, you got to stop blaming the GM. You got to stop blaming the guy. Like, Bill holds the keys. We know Bill has the football keys, and Kraft, for the most point, is just going to let Bill do what he wants. But ultimately, you let Bill do what he wants. You got to start coming on the
problem. No, Kraft needs to get a real GM. And I think he doesn't want to do that because I think if he gets a real GM, he feels like he'll lose Belichick. But Belichick needs to give up part of that job. He needs to realize he is 71. He is still great, but he's 71 years old. And maybe in terms of team building, the league has passed him by on how you got to play.
Yes. And sorry, go ahead, Coach.
It's interesting that you said that about Kraft because he was quoted in the meetings that they had back in March, I believe, when asking him, did he think that Belichick had the opportunity to catch Coach Schuler's record as the all-time winningest coach. He said, look, I like him to break Don Schuler's record, but I'm not looking for any of our players to get great stats. We're about winning and doing whatever we can to win, and that's what our focus is now. And it's very important to me that we make the playoffs, and that's what I hope happens next year.
And it's not gonna.
Nah.
And I was talking with Will earlier, and because he mentioned the tank. The thing is, if they tank enough, this is such a quarterback-heavy draft. There are 6 to 7 good quarterbacks that you could draft that will be available within a top 10 pick. If the Patriots get anywhere in that spot, you're going to have a Quinn Ewers available. You're possibly going to have a Drake May, even though I'm not a Drake May guy, but I think he could still do well. It's just a very heavy quarterback draft with good options that he could possibly build as long as he drafts offensive line afterwards. But right now, the big issue is we obviously don't have the correct quarterback. It's time to move on. Let's see what happens.
I partly agree with what you're saying, but I don't think it's 5 or 6 quarterbacks at all. I think it's 2 or 3 at most that you can definitely say that Caleb number 1. I would say, me personally, I would say Ewers number 2. I think he's gonna go. Now they don't have him ranked up there, but I think Ewers will go number 2
5 right now.
And who are the guys ahead of him? May.
They've got May second. They got Shador, but we know he's not coming out.
Right.
To his dad. McCarthy is 4th.
McCarthy, he takes way too many risks to be under Bill Belichick.
Ewers is 5th. This one, number 6, I do not agree with. Spencer Rattler.
No, he plays better, but that doesn't mean he's reached to what he's supposed to be yet.
I honestly think Spencer's gonna be all right. I mean, I don't know if the Patriots would go fuck with him, but he's a guy that's on my radar in terms of QBs too. And I think the NFL is going to tell the bigger story than college. And even with the transfer portal and all that, he's able to transfer. But you realize though, he's not playing on the prime time. He's playing at South Carolina, SEC, but I feel like they're not prime. South Carolina's not as prime to beat the teams in the SEC. So, but you got to look individually at how he's doing. And I think he's going to be all right. I think he's going to be a decent project in the league. I don't think Bill and him take him, but I think along the QB ranks, you definitely put him up there. I'm not mad at that.
And he reminds me of Ritter.
And I know in that I agree with too. But I agree with Tuke and I agree with Will both on that. He's a Ritter type quarterback, but he does go against highly touted defenses, so he sees the looks. He doesn't always win because he doesn't have the team around him.
So did Mac Jones. Mac Jones saw all those same defenses and look.
But you saw who he was throwing to. It's a completely different situation.
You see who he's throwing to. We can't even name one player on the Rattlers team. We can't even name one person.
But also back to those quarterbacks, because I do see there are 2 quarterbacks that could possibly fall to a Patriots type pick. They're college quarterbacks that look like darlings, but I don't think would translate well to the league. And it's the Drake May, who I've already said I don't think he'd do well, and a Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix is another college darling that just isn't going to transfer over well into the league.
So let me ask you, so as it stands right now, New England has the 7th pick as of right now. Chicago's going to take a quarterback. They're number 1 and number 2.
They'll take Caleb and Marvin Harrison Jr. if they're smart.
Vegas is number 3. They're probably going to take a QB.
You think so? they just signed. I mean, they signed Jimmy to a good amount of money, and I mean, if they get a new coach, then I can see them taking a QB.
I'm thinking right there. I don't think Daniels will do that after this year.
Right. Jimmy might not be that old, but he's also not that young. If they're deciding to stay with him and keep it forward, if they still have Adams and don't trade him, they could go offensive line since the offensive line's having a lot of issues.
Denver's number 4. You know, Peyton don't want Russ. They can take a quarterback and sit him.
Ooh, I mean, yeah, but see, if you're going to spend a pick that high just to sit a guy for 3 years, I mean, I guess, but that's high. That, like, number one, like, first rounders, you kind of got to play them these days when you pick them.
Minnesota, number 5.
Yeah.
Kurt,
they could, but I think they're so far stuck up Kurt's butt. But he's also another one of those quarterbacks that's, you know, not old yet, but he ain't young.
Nah, he won't be there after this contract. Yeah, he won't be there after this contract. Here comes Michael Penix Jr. to the Patriots.
Then the Jets are number 6.
Oh, that's fascinating. They're going to have – they don't know about Aaron coming back. They're deciding to stick with Wilson, and they just had a pretty good quarter and some drives looking –
And they'll go defense.
Yeah, it sounds like them.
Especially if Salah's still there, which I think he should be.
Yeah, I don't think – I mean, he got played by Aaron.
Skull.
Yeah. Not looking good for the Patriots. They can lose some more games and get lower than that.
Yesterday, so you could speak on here, Bree, today.
Well,
man, the Vikings finally broke the curse and got a win.
Well, in obvious facts, we both know that Caleb Williams isn't there. Let's say that the Patriots do fall to the 5th pick. What college quarterback that's out there right now that you think would be available at the 5th pick would you like?
I mean, he's ranked 5th already, and I already said yours.
Billingham's not. This is the thing, and it's crazy that y'all Patriot fans, and I hope that y'all seen this. And then there's some things that you know with your organizations and stuff. Like we all know in Cowboy Land that Jerry makes the moves and shit. But one thing that y'all should know in New England is that they don't want to groom no fucking QB. New England don't want to grow no fucking QB. I think by the time they want to grow a QB, Bill Belichick's gonna be gone. I don't think they want to grow QBs. You had so many QBs, maybe not the prototypes for Patriots, but you had QBs in the years past that were Patriots that literally Tom Brady had to get hurt for them to play. They don't want to groom. I've been saying for years the Patriots didn't want to groom nothing. And this is kind of their karma for not wanting to groom anybody. Like, and I can see Tom Brady's a fucking one-in-generation superstar. Yes.
But that's why they didn't want to groom.
No, but in terms of but this is what you have to do. You have to. The NFL, you're gonna be saying no.
I'm trying to tell you. I understand what you're saying. I understand the game. What I'm telling you is that
now. You're stuck forever. You're stuck.
Nah, not forever. Forever's wild.
You're stuck.
Still there. He's in charge. I see
because
him.
The QB position is not the only thing you need. The QB position is not the only thing you need. At one point, you could have avenged all this, but you kept Tom because Tom was bringing you gold, and that's cool. But I always said, and I was being an asshole to some people. I was just being a sportsman. Like, yo, these guys.
There's evidence against this. There's evidence against it. Like, we drafted Jimmy G and we started to groom him, and then Brady bitched about it.
You only started to groom when Tom got hurt.
What do you think grooming is? Grooming is having them in the system.
Grooming is putting them in the chance. Grooming is going in there, cutting your hair, all that. Like Jimmy,
what?
Like I said, there was no grooming. There was no grooming, and none of the quarterbacks.
What are you talking about?
A grooming of a quarterback is not. Tom Brady's hurt. Tom Brady's hurt. So then we're gonna play the QB.
You're literally making no sense. Look,
I didn't make sense.
No, so they weren't grooming. So the Packers weren't grooming Love.
They were not grooming Love. They were not.
All right, then you have a fundamental problem. All right, so you don't understand what grooming means.
2 games. Jordan Love played 2 games. He played a half of a game.
Grooming isn't playing over a start. What fucking team drafts a quarterback behind an all-star perennial GOAT player and plays him in a game while the guy's fucking healthy? You're not making any sense.
Well, that's not only it. That was a tripod. It was Rogers.
So you're going to think in your mind you don't need a QB, and that's what y'all thought for years. You didn't need another QB because Tom was better. But at some point, you have to.
Play Jimmy G then.
You have to.
We drafted Jimmy G. and we sat him behind Brady. He learned.
The difference between learning
and then
and
they
grooming.
traded him.
Learning and grooming are two different things.
Literally what grooming is.
It's not him sitting
It's
on
literally
the
what grooming is. What we
It's
did
not
with Jimmy
grooming.
G, it's what it is. We did the same thing that they did with Love, except they made him trade him.
No, you didn't do the same thing because you let him play at times. You let him play at times.
So make up your mind. So make up your mind. So wait, make up your mind. Make up your mind because you're all over the place now. So you just said you have to let him play to groom him.
No.
And now you're saying
no, you're not.
you
You're
let
not
him play
missing
too
my point.
much. So that's
No.
not grooming.
When you draft somebody, and you let them play. When you draft somebody,
you said cut hair. So what's
listen to
grooming?
me. No, listen to me. When you draft somebody and you say, "Hey, go outside for a little bit," and then you say, nah, fuck you. We still want Tom. What are you doing for a QB? You're not doing shit for him. You're not doing nothing for him.
That happened later on when they were gonna go with him. That came from upstairs.
Exactly. This is why. But y'all blame Belichick.
I didn't blame Belichick for that.
Duke. How many years?
I didn't blame Belichick for that.
How many years did Aaron sit behind Favre?
Exactly. How many?
They were grooming him to be the next Favre.
Pat Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith. Grooming him.
Hold on. Listen.
You don't know what grooming means.
Listen to me. How many games did Aaron Rodgers play while Brett Favre was still in uniform?
Because he was in uniform and healthy.
Answer me that.
That's the dumbest question. It means nothing.
No, it's the truth. Answer me that.
None, because Favre was on the field. So
Answer me that. How many times did Aaron Rodgers play? How many times did Jordan Love play?
I got y'all
right. I gotta answer it.
Aaron Rodgers, in his first 3 years in the league, when he sat behind Brett, he got in a grand total of 7 games, throwing 59 passes, completing 35 for 329 and 1 touchdown and 1 pick.
So no matter how you slice it, they did the
same
fucking thing,
man. Because the Packers.
So now we're coming up with a new issue. Now it's garbage time. You all over the map.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he was playing. He wasn't starting on the Sunday. Brett Favre got hurt. Aaron Rodgers was there on the Sunday. It wasn't like that. Because
Same thing for Jimmy G.
No, Tom Brady was getting hurt. Then they let you. No,
and that's when you play. What the fuck are we talking about?
Oh my God. Yo, you're not gonna get it because you've been in this box that you've been winning for years.
No,
now you're gonna realize the pain. You're gonna realize the pain when you can't find a QB.
There is no QB,
and you're gonna be like, we kept Brady too long. That's all I'm saying.
That's cool.
You kept Brady too long.
Right.
You kept him too long.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
That's all I'm saying.
No, you were saying a bunch of other stupid shit.
No, you didn't groom no quarterbacks, and this is why you're in the situation you're in now.
Bro, again, we groomed Jimmy G, but
you did not groom Jimmy G.
Yes, you don't know what grooming means. We already established that. You don't know what grooming means. We established that already.
He didn't groom him.
Yes, we did. So explain.
Bobby, we know he ain't
explain what grooming means. Explain what does grooming mean.
He didn't groom him.
For the fans, what does grooming mean?
He didn't groom him.
What does it mean?
Nope. When you got him outside all the time, Jimmy wasn't outside all the time. Jimmy was in the back lane.
You keep using like phrases and shit.
No,
what does grooming actually mean?
That's what it is.
You got him outside. What did you got him outside mean?
Hey. All I'm saying is, y'all
ain't saying shit.
QBs. All the QBs were groomed with other teams. All the QBs that they had shine with other teams.
Jimmy spent 3 years learning the system.
And that's grooming.
3 years learning the system, being groomed by the whole staff, by the whole offense, by Brady. And then when it came time for us to put him in, Belichick was going to move on. Brady went upstairs to Kraft, bitched about it, and a couple weeks later,
that's more to my point.
But he was being groomed. My point is, so it's not like we haven't done it.
So Took, are you trying to tell me that Jacoby Brissett was groomed since he didn't see the field?
Well,
he was the third string behind all of them.
He definitely wasn't groomed. He was another guy that played with Jimmy G got hurt. He wasn't groomed. Come on, man.
So you're not supposed to play, or you are supposed to play when you're being
supposed to. At some point to me, you're supposed to play. That's me. That's
okay.
So you should play.
So you sit the bench and you learn the system from the veteran quarterback, and then you go in when it's your time.
No, but what I'm saying is
that's what grooming is.
But what I'm saying is nobody on the Patriots side, the GM, the coach, when Tom Brady was there, they wanted Tom Brady to run everything. Nobody wanted to be a coach.
The coach wanted Jimmy. The coach wanted Jimmy G. The coach did, and the coaching staff. The person who didn't was Kraft.
The guy that we don't blame. So all this is crazy. This is why all this is crazy, because y'all are understandable, because y'all just been focused on winning and now y'all losing. So now reality's coming slow to y'all. And it's gonna show itself when y'all can't find a fucking QB.
You keep saying
you're not gonna do a QB. They're gonna go sign a Cam Newton. They're gonna go sign a Cam Newton. They're gonna go sign a fucking Sam Howell.
You keep saying y'all.
They're gonna sign everybody else. They don't groom.
So we don't want to groom. We don't want to groom, but we drafted Brissett. We drafted Jimmy G.
Y'all don't want to groom.
And then we drafted Mac.
You have to have people on the QB charts.
And then we drafted Mac.
You have to have QBs on the depth chart, right?
You make no sense, bro.
Come
So
on,
this
man.
is an article from 2018.
All over the
Come on,
place.
Now, the
dog.
Pats reportedly offered Jimmy G $18 million a year.
Yep.
Belichick was pissed off about it. Now, according to this, the Patriots coach was not thrilled about having to deal away his possible future franchise quarterback.
He didn't want it. He didn't want them to get rid of Jimmy G. But Kraft did. And again, you keep saying y'all when you say who blames who. I'm not in the rest of the Patriots group like that. You know that.
I'm always gonna say y'all, because as a franchise, that's what y'all are. Y'all didn't groom nobody, and that's why y'all in the situation now.
It's fine. You're wrong, but it's fine. You can be wrong. It's cool.
Well, you know the Patriots more than me. You know how many QBs have played for that team? How many QBs really played for that team? Nobody but Tom Brady over the last 20 years. Because you know what?
And why should they have?
Walking through that door, and that's correct. But at the same time,
should they have?
In the situation.
And the only time they waited to start to groom somebody was towards the end of what we thought was the end of Tom Brady's career when he was in his late 30s.
No. Listen. When Tom said he didn't want to be traded and said, fuck Jimmy Garoppolo, that was the end of it. That's when y'all should have traded him.
Right.
But y'all didn't.
I agree. I agree. And Kraft made that call. But you also just said that Kraft needed to do this. I agree. Kraft is a problem. He's part of the problem.
They all became a problem because they let a football player run the organization.
I couldn't agree more. That part I couldn't agree more.
They didn't groom nobody. These guys, they didn't groom nobody.
That part's wrong, but I agree that Kraft made a mistake. They groomed Jimmy and they traded him. That's the difference.
Only reason why those guys got jobs with an organization, because New England's a great organization. They had to let those guys get jobs for the time that they were sitting on the fucking bench, fucking raving to Tom Brady's ass.
Well, now look,
this idea that somebody's supposed to play over Tom Brady.
I'm not saying that, Will, at all. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, you have to sometimes put your cards down, and they didn't put their cards down, which is why the situation now. They could have had enough. They could have had somebody better than Mac Jones right now, but they wanted to keep Brady for 5 more seasons. That's my point.
I agree, but that doesn't mean they didn't groom. They did groom and they ended up trading him. That's the only thing. They groomed Jimmy and they ended up trading him.
This whole thing started over what we thought about who was it, Brady or Belichick. We did not get coach's response, and I've been waiting for it.
I like it.
Yes.
Yes. The answer is, you want some 2 old men? No.
So, who y'all say is the front runner right now for the league MVP?
Zach Wilson. No, let me stop.
After last night, he played the MVP type.
I know, right? He was balling.
Yeah.
Y'all play Mahomes. Y'all play
Mahomes. Crazy. Before you get into this, they said for the first time, and I think this is a bullshit lie. They said this is the first time since between college and the NFL that Mahomes was outplayed by a quarterback. I started dying because I'm sitting here like, yeah, Vegas had something in that game last night. He ain't telling me that.
Yeah, you're probably right. No bullshit.
Now, I'd feel stupid if I didn't say Christian McCaffrey. So I'm going to go Christian McCaffrey from my end.
All right.
Talk about reading the thing we go ahead of time.
His future, I'm gonna say he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Trent Williams. This is what he had to say.
I didn't. I ain't gonna lie. I watched him from afar for a long time. And I knew he was really, really good. And I knew he was really special. He can do a lot of things that conventional running backs can't do. But watching him play conventional running back is, it's like, wow. I mean, how can you be that talented in the open field playing wide receiver and still line up in I formation and still continue to gash defenses? I mean, it's a special player. It really is.
Did you know he had 4 touchdowns and maybe a chance for 5?
Honestly.
Okay. So
Bobby's stupid. Bobby's a fool.
I'm going to be honest. I did not read that beforehand. That was just Honestly, craziness.
I actually agree with Bobby. It's either CMC or Tua. Tua's lighting it up. He only lost the one game. Dark horse. Josh Allen's is in the conversation. He's balling. He had one bad game.
Don't get sucked in.
Oh yeah, no, I know he's gonna fall off a little bit at some point, but they're playing outrageous right now, and they just put up 50 points on a team that scored 70, so that's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Go ahead, Coach.
I'm gonna say for me, I would lean towards CMC. Yeah, he's doing it on a great team. He's got weapons around him, but I'm Tua doing his thing. I'm not ready to commit to Tua like that. He's got a lot of great weapons around him. Some of his passes, I'm like, I don't see no pinpoint precision passing going on.
Not a lot of tight windows.
Yeah, everybody's like wide fucking open.
Yeah, that's the curse of the Alabama.
That's the genius in McDaniel is he's just like, well, this guy was only really good when he was throwing a weapon everywhere. So let's put a weapon everywhere. And that's exactly what they did. They built a team that is very similar to what he would have in Alabama. Like speed guys everywhere and just like literally one score from any spot on the field, one touch, they can score. Right. That's dangerous.
Here comes Tuesday's comment.
Christian McCaffrey. Quick introduction. I'm sorry, Christian McCaffrey. As of right now, I owe you a little bit of apology. Now, in my mind, I still feel like you're the player I think you are, but right now, you are the best ticket seller to me in the NFL. They can say all these different QBs and all that, but it'll be interesting and great to see a running back win the MVP if it does happen. He's been balling this year. Unquestionably, you can't name another running back better than him this season. And for all the flack that I've given him in the last few years, he deserves this. He deserves to shut me up. And right now, he's the front runner. Right now, if the season ended, he'll be the MVP. Sky scored a touchdown in 13 straight games. I mathematically did the statistics. If you would have betted on him to score a touchdown in the last 13 games combined, your winnings would probably be at about $90K right now. Just with him throwing in for $100 towards every time he scored a touchdown for any time. Just one bet of him scoring any time would be $90K. This man's amazing right now for a 49ers team. My thing about it, and I don't wish it,
injuries,
is this the running them down. You know what I'm saying? And all that. Like they have different running backs, guys that haven't been able to stay healthy, like the Elijah Mitchells and things of that nature. But as the season goes, the 49ers are a smart team. They know kind of when to pin him out of commission, save him for the playoffs. And I hope that's all they do. Right now, he's balling, man. I got nothing to say about him.
Hey,
I know what the favorite is right now.
What the what?
You know what the favorite is right now?
Who?
Josh Allen.
Huh, look at your boy.
He's plus 700. Tua second, Mahomes third, Hurts is fourth.
Because that's a quarterback. It's a quarterback award. Basically.
And I'm also gonna.
Can I point out? Go ahead.
I'm not playing down what Tuke just said about overrunning them. Because the thing is, we did see him score 4 touchdowns, but the guy does get a break. We got to
mix it up.
We're giving Purdy plenty of flowers here, and we do every week. Because when you go out and see Ayuk getting 6 catches for over 130 yards, Deebo Samuel doing the same thing the week before, they're airing this bitch out too. And it's Brock Purdy doing it, which is crazy.
Purdy started like 15 for. He started for like 15 for 15 the other game.
It's insane. Brock Purdy's absolutely insane.
Trying to tell people he's the truth. But here, one more thing. How funny! Like just to add to the conspiracy minute with Tuke and Will. In the year where the biggest conversation about running backs getting paid, would it not be funny as hell if CMC wins it? Like that shit will rewrite some shit. Like that'll make people rethink. That's scripted.
And think he is the only running back currently with a big top contract.
And
he's proven these owners wrong about you need to pay us. Look what we can do when we're happy.
Or he's proven that I'm just that guy. He's him, and that he's the only one who deserves the type of contract.
Shit, dude, put him at safety. I bet he gets a couple picks too.
I think Purdy considers. I think Purdy should get some MVP rings too. Honestly,
I agree too.
You said he's 7th, right?
He's 7th right now. Out of the top 14, all the quarterbacks except for 2.
CMC,
and Micah.
Yeah, I was about to say Parsons.
TJ Watt should be on that list too, but you know what I'm saying?
No, you know what? Hey, as much as I give TJ and I like to talk him up so much, he has not looked the same this year. I think he's getting tired out because he's on the field too much.
You know who's looked more like himself? Mac. Man, had 6 sacks this week. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Khalil Mack came back to like
Khalil Mack
ago.
showed up.
Time
machine 3 years ago, for real.
He challenged the all-time record, which was, I think, the all-time record was 8 in a game.
No, he was. From what I heard, he was 1 away, so he it's 7.
He probably had more sacks.
8 would have broke it. 6 would have tied. I mean, 7
He
would have
probably
tied.
has more sacks than the Bears got this whole season, just in that one game.
Correct.
Took a long time for the Chargers to win that trade, but I think they won it yesterday.
He said it took a long time. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Took a long time for the Chargers to win that trade. Sorry, not the Bears. The Bears ain't winning for shit right now.
That shit was a slow burn, but yeah, it eventually made them win it.
Right.
So that's a great segue. So speaking of the Bears.
Shaggy.
Oh,
Bears. So their head coach is Matt Eberflus.
Not for long.
Not for long, right? So this is Matt, and this is what he had to say about them being 0-4.
And you guys had a lot of talent in the offseason. You had high expectations. Now you're 0-4. There's been obviously issues on the field, but do you believe that you've done your job well during this first 4 years?
You know, when you're 0-4, no one's done the job well enough, right? You know, that's just the facts, right? So it's a results business, and we have to do a better job collectively as a group. And again, we're working hard to do that. And I thought the guys put a better step forward, coaches included and players, of putting our players in position and then executing. You know, so I thought that was better today.
Thank you.
Man,
the problem is with Owen.
I don't know what that was.
The real problem is with Owen. 0-4.
Yeah.
You can't, like, he's trash, bro. They got to get rid of him. They got to move on from him. They got to move on from Fields. They got to move on from basically.
Can you show the picture of him again? Real quick. Can you show the picture of him real quick, please?
Take shots.
What was does anybody know what Justin Fields' stats looked like yesterday? I'm just wondering.
He was good until he started being bad.
I mean, he was good until he started going bad. I know he threw the pick to end all the miracle that could have happened in Chicago yesterday.
And the fumble that got him back into it.
Right. And the fumble, yep. So let's see what Justin Fields just did yesterday. Justin Fields.
Will you get out of here? Damn, loud ass dog.
So yesterday he threw for 335, 4 touchdowns, and a pick with a 132.7 quarterback rating.
Sound like a good day at the office to me.
It was a good offense for him, and it kind of fucked up his day because it looked like the Bears were letting him do what the fuck he wanted to do, and what he's been complaining about, letting the ball air out. You know what I'm saying? He was doing those things. Those things were working for the Bears the first 2.5 quarters. But what happened was schematically. And I don't think they're better than the Broncos. The Broncos just turned it up a notch. They was in comeback mode. And I'm gonna be real with you. Though the Broncos record look crazy, they, besides the Miami game, they've been in games. I mean, the 70 ass whooping last week, you can't argue that. But rusting them, almost came back to beat the Commanders. You know what I'm saying? I just think the problem for the Broncos is ultimately that defense we thought was good. That defense is trash. And Russ is kind of saving their season by keeping them in games. But the problem was yesterday was the Broncos just came back. The Broncos were the better team, and they proved that they were the better team by coming back. The Bears don't know how to win. They don't know how to situationally set themselves to win games, and that happened in the second half.
See, I got a lot of crap for this earlier when me and Will were talking, but it was about a different quarterback and a different line. Justin Fields is not he had to turn into one. He did not make his mark in college by being a running quarterback. He was a passer. He's had to run in the NFL because the offensive line has sucked. But he's made a good living off of the run. But the thing is, he wasn't made to run. This guy was a passing quarterback in college and made his name and got drafted that high because of his passing ability. The offensive line showed up at the beginning of the half. Denver made adjustments and was getting to him and making him pan out again. That was the problem. If you let this man sit in the pocket, he's not a bad quarterback. But the thing is, like Will said, you got a new coach. You got players that have been there. It's time to wipe the slate clean. Justin Fields is going to catch a stray from this.
So I can't find the video. I'll try to find it and put it up in the chat room so everybody can see. No, it is not on the line at all. The line isn't good. The line isn't good. but he holds the ball entirely too long. And you could call it, oh, he's scared to get sacked. No, I'm talking about a few different people have already done breakdown videos.
I agree with you, Will.
They've done breakdown videos of him not only missing the first read, but missing the second read, missing the first read in the second window again, and then missing other reads just standing in the pocket, other plays where he can throw the ball away, other plays where he can scramble. No, Fields right now, I'm not saying he has the potential to be good. Fields right now is garbage.
Now, is that on him, or is that because of the situation he was put in?
No, the situation isn't great. But at some point, and I explained this to Jake earlier, there's other quarterbacks in bad situations that still end up playing okay, that aren't playing this bad. They went out and got him some more weapons. Obviously not the best. Clay, they told Clay to take his ass home, stay home.
Yeah, Clay, they're trying to trade Clay right now.
And ain't nobody gonna want him. That he's obviously not it. He had a couple okay seasons and then he fell off ever since. So, but look, the bottom line is his roster great? No. But look at what Stroud's doing right now. And don't tell me he's got a great line because the whole line is injured right now, basically.
Stroud's got better receivers in the running game.
All he's got is one right tackle, right?
Stroud, I mean, so
his star line, his star on the left hand side was hurt yesterday. He didn't even play.
Right. And is there's a receiver on the Texans better than DJ Moore?
Nope. Nico's
good,
but he's not.
Nico's good, and Dell's good, and is a rookie, but he's basically playing with no one over there and balling.
He had a good game yesterday.
They do have a winning game.
He's not DJ Moore. There's no receiver on the Texans that is better than DJ Moore yet. But Stroud,
Nico killing though. Nico is killing, but part of that is Stroud. Part of that is Stroud. Yeah.
I agree with you too. Because
Stroud running a lot of play action.
Yeah, man, we talked about this too. Man. We talked about line.
It buys you time. It freezes the safeties.
It does.
If they don't have a running game, there's no threat. Safety's just going to key off and make him beat them with a pass. They're just dropping 70 coverage.
And I couldn't agree with you from a football one-on-one standpoint, Coach, except, like I said, I've seen, like, breakdown videos of Fields, even with time, completely missing people. Like, missing open reads, like, even checkdowns. Like, okay, the read that you want isn't there, just take the check down. Just holds the ball and gets sacked. The kid is.
I think he's shell shocked.
Yeah, David Carr disease. I mean, maybe.
I'm looking right now. David Carr was sacked for his career 267 times.
David Carr also didn't run a 4.3, and David Carr also didn't hold the ball forever. His line was that bad.
He was with an expansion team that had to grow every year. Every year they had to grow something new. And I said this, the line, you can blame the offensive line all the time if you want to, but ultimately, if you a dog at that QB position, you're going to be so much of a dog that you're going to turn somewhat that offensive line to play. Like, for instance, Joe Burrow, when I seen that.
I was going to say, Burrow got to a Super Bowl with a mid line.
Right.
Mid? I wouldn't even give it mid.
Yeah.
Line, but he had probably the best receiving core in the league at that particular time. And
Fair enough.
Decent running backs.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it from a perspective of quarterback position. It's a lot of confidence that's involved in that.
Agreed.
If you have a quarterback and he's constantly running for his life, because Jake just said when he was at Ohio State, he was known for his pocket presence. I think
it's
definitely
easy to be
out of Chicago, but I'm looking David Carr, who's probably you mentioned him. He played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He played in 10 seasons and was sacked 267 times. Fields is 3. He's already been sacked 108 times.
A big part of that is on him, though, holding the ball, trying to run, or not.
The thing is, if you look at the average NFL play, you need 2 to 3 seconds. 2 to 3 seconds for the play to develop. Make a read in another second or two. You should only hold on to the ball at most 5 seconds. 6 is almost too long. And Justin Fields tries to extend the play by running it, but you're also opening yourself up to getting hit. That is between the line and the quarterback both. It's at equal stances.
Lewis, if you are so inclined that you're here, if you could do me the favor and bump or send me that video that you had, if you could find
it. That's not excuses. I'm telling you from a perspective of if you played the position before, you understand how delicate your confidence is. Troy Aikman started off very shaky. They quickly fixed the line, got him a running game, and got him some wideouts. Other than that, Troy Aikman might have never been who he became. You got to surround him with the equipment he needs to succeed first. You probably never even played, so I'm a discount.
Hey, some people, a lot of people that comment and promise shit, and that's no disrespect to them either. Probably ain't never played the game, so they ain't never had to have the chance to have confidence, especially at the QB position. Like the QB position is very, very, very delicate. Like we can dog a QB, and this is why QBs get dogged a lot. They don't talk about the offensive line. They want to talk about the QB. They want to jump QB. But we're not going to say that Justin Fields trash. He may not be either the Bears QB of the future, or as we're going to find out in the next 3 years, because he'll get a job somewhere else, that he's not a good QB. But right now, for the safe fit for the group, we're going to sit here and say he's not treading the right way right now.
He needs to get out of Chicago. He needs to have a different scenery because he's shot right there. And unless they change the coaching staff, I feel sorry for Caleb when he gets drafted.
Yeah.
They throw a lot of
Caleb already said if the situation was bad, he's staying for another year.
Well, let me guys, I got a list right here that I want to read. And we were speaking on coaches earlier. First off, this Bears coach. And I wanted to see the picture of him again because honestly, I'm not even gonna be an ass, but he doesn't even look like a fucking NFL coach to me, honestly. Like the way all 32 coaches in the NFL nowadays, they look like coaches. They look like coaches. He may be the only one I've seen that doesn't look like a coach. And there's plenty of coaches in the league that don't know how to coach, but he doesn't look like a coach at all. But there's a coach on the hot seat right now.
That looks like a high school math teacher.
In his defense, he was an up-and-comer defensive assistant coach coming out. He was here with what's my guy that went up to Minnesota? Just got let go not too long ago.
He doesn't look like a good head coach. He doesn't look like a head coach. He can be somebody that can be on the defensive side and offensive side, whatever. But he doesn't look like a
right, Lewis. I agree with you on that.
You know what I'm saying? There's guys here on the hot seat, man, over here.
They clean house. They go in and clean house, wipe the slate clean, get you an offensive minded coach in there, get you some good assistants. To be honest, you might need to go if Washington don't do anything with Rivera, you need to go holler at Bieniemy. Because looking at KC's offense right now versus how he used to look and looking at Washington's offense right now, he's having an impact.
Yeah, Bieniemy's doing work.
Yeah, shout out to the Commanders yesterday.
Scary Terry's looking like Scary Terry again.
They have pieces on the offensive side. They got Robinson running the running back position, and they got 3 dogs at receiver. Like it's crazy, man.
2 Ohio State U's.
They ball. They almost had that game yesterday. I wish they would have won that, man. Speaking of that, coaches on the hot seat real briefly. Dennis Allen from New Orleans. New Orleans loses one to Baker Mayfield and the Bucs yesterday. Baker carving up defenses. We'll see if he can carve up that Lions defense this week. That's gonna be a very pivotal game, which got moved this week to 4:25 on Fox. So that's the afternoon game on Fox. The Lions versus the Bucs. Who would have thought?
Must see.
Todd Bowles is on the hot seat. He'll be on the hot seat. He's always on the hot seat. When is Todd Bowles not on the hot seat? But he's on the hot seat. This is always a hot seat candidate too. Mike McCarthy of the Cowboys. He's always in the hot seat. So that's like nothing.
Vikings coach got to be on there.
Who?
Vikings coach got to be on there.
Vikings coach. We'll see if he's coming up here, but we got a couple other guys before him. Josh McDaniels with the Raiders. The coach I hate in the NFL, Ron Rivera. He should be gone. He should have been gone.
Why do you like Rivera?
Huh?
Why you don't like Rivera?
I don't like him. I just feel like his time has come. Like his grand years, like. And
this comes from the guy that didn't like the cancer or the Make-A-Wish kid at the draft.
I go back a little bit to the Tom Brady shit earlier, and I probably was like real rude in how I want to destroy an NFL player away. Maybe because I haven't played the sport, but it sucks where I feel like after a certain point, motherfuckers should play, and at a certain point, motherfuckers should just leave coaching. But you can't do that being a professional. You're there, they're gonna pay you, you're gonna be there. But in my mind, you should be fucking gone, and that's why I hate Ron Rivera because I heard after Carolina, he was done. There was nothing else he could do coaching-wise to excite me, and he hasn't. So that's why I hate Ron Rivera that much as a coach, because I feel like he's only there because he had that scare, and they just trying to keep money in his pocket, which is cool. Go ahead. It's the NFL. It's y'all game. It's not mine. I can't fire coaches. I can't hire them, but that's why. Arthur Smith with the Falcons. Though I'll keep Arthur a little bit more. He's not bad. It's just that his quarterback's not really, into it. He speaks a good game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it should keep him another year. Mike Tomlin with the Steelers.
I fear Tomlin's time is up. And Tomlin's situation, I think they did him dirty. Ben was there way too long, and they never put anybody behind him to groom him.
And you know what the crazy thing is? They're talking about they want to give him another contract. I was hearing today, but they want to put his symptoms in it. And from what I'm hearing, Mike Tomlin doesn't like his symptoms. They tried to do that on his prior contract. So if that's the case, then they may be trying to run him through the curb anyway. So it may be coming.
I don't think he's unemployed very long if he gets released by them.
Fire Canada, fire Tomlin, fire the whole Steelers staff, man.
Is that Lewis's team? Because I think I've heard that he's not a big fan of Canada.
Nobody's a fan of Canada.
Nah. He just thinks Canada, so his team's the Colts.
Okay.
Nobody's a fan of Canada. In the Sports Talk with Friends group, I hear people saying ban Canada. Everybody's on Canada's nuts right now. They don't want them there.
I love Canada.
Is it Canada or is it Ritter or is it both?
Both.
Wait. You mean isn't Canada on the Steelers?
Canada's on the Steelers. He's the offensive coordinator on the Steelers.
We're talking about that Canada. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Tomlin's known for defense, and Canada's known for the offense. And both of them, damn, that's a bad situation right now. If you want both of your coaches fired right now, it's crazy. Pretty much. But those are the coaches. And Minnesota's coach, basically, you can put them on there too because of how Minnesota's been playing, regardless of what they won yesterday or not. But they still got a season, and there's still a lot of losses for them to come. So unless they can turn it around, I mean, they have the team to offensively.
Fair enough.
Oh, that is a bag of juice. But guys, man, tonight we have a Monday night game. We may not talk about it tonight because I don't know how y'all feel about the Seahawks. I don't know how y'all feel about the Giants, but the game's going on right now.
Giants suck. Seahawks are doing okay.
The game's in the second quarter, hit at halftime, and the Seahawks at the goal line of the Giants, they're actually probably going to score another one, so it might be 14-3 at the half. So far, you have Geno Smith. Geno Smith is 19 of 11 for 57 yards and a touchdown to DK Metcalf. No offense, Ashley shining right now, 2 sets of 63 yards. You got Daniel Jones, 13 for 15 for 122.
Lock is in.
The carries, 4 for 26. Huh?
Lock is in. Did Geno get hurt?
Oh, we're gonna find that out right now.
And his return is questionable.
No,
Did he get hurt with?
Yeah, he got hurt.
What he hurt?
His knee.
Oh man, damn. Man.
No, that's when he tore his ACL. Oh, that's crazy. He tore his ACL on that field. Did you just dance at that? That's not cool.
No, I'm dancing to touchdown for me.
Hopefully just a sprain. Hopefully just a sprain or something, man. Prayers for Geno Smith, man. He's a guy that we a lot of us guys in the group root for, man. You know what I'm saying? We want his second. We want his second breed weapon. I don't. I
call it bullshit.
Hey, I ain't gonna say I'm the hater, but you want to see the baby. Hey yo, here.
Hey yo.
That's not good. I just lost. I thought I was gonna be undefeated in all my fantasy leagues this week. Unfortunately, I'm not now because Kenneth Walker, who I'm playing with, I was only up 7, scored a touchdown. That's 6, and he probably already got 20 yards, probably running. So yeah, that's game over for that.
Hey, real quick, I do got to say one thing though, because we just brought up fantasy. Hey, shout out to Mac Jones, Cowboys defense, 26 points.
You like that? You like that pig, huh?
Man, I absolutely have been loving the Cowboys defense this week or this year.
Not too late to fill out application, Jake. Not too late to fill out application.
No, hey, fuck that. I ain't with the Cowgirls.
Oh man. All right. We're gonna keep it rolling, fellas.
Y'all can have Jake. No, I'm kidding.
Maybe me the dick.
You don't want that bad voodoo over here.
I'm tired of having this Mac combo. Like, take him.
I'm not having a Mac combo. I shattered him out for my fantasy points, baby.
No, I don't mean right now. I just mean in general.
Let's look at the studs and duds for this week.
Mac Jones.
We know where to start.
Let's see. So first of all, we're gonna look at it as a whole. So the winners for this week, the Bills, and their total dominance over the Dolphins to take the edge in the AFC East. Y'all see that?
Man. That's that. The Bills have shut everybody up for at least another month. Let's just say we're gonna see how they play in the month of October, but the end of the September, they definitely balled out. They put the Dolphins back into reality. We didn't hear a lot of James yesterday. We didn't hear a lot of them, but overall, man, the Bills are gonna still say this is our division to win, no matter how we are right now. We ain't got our running game together yet, but soon enough we'll have that together. And if they are able to win games the way they're winning, and then go get a Jonathan Taylor, as me and Coach was talking about earlier at the trade deadline, that's gonna be scary. But until now, they're still the Bills, and we wish upon a fall.
Yeah, look, we will never forget about the Trent Edward days. Get out of here. But hey, because of also talking about the winners of the Bills, hey, shout out to Mar Hamlin with his first game back yesterday.
Man,
too.
fuck they did that for show, man. He didn't do shit yesterday.
Here we
He ain't
go.
gonna do shit.
The Make-A-Wish kid hater.
Yeah, that's why he played. He didn't play for no statistical. Come back player of the year, my ass. Motherfucker shouldn't be on the field, but that's me.
Shout out to DeMar too. Fuck that guy.
Another winner from yesterday. From yesterday, Zach Wilson. They're saying that he bought himself some more time.
Fuck Snow, they buy himself no more time. They ain't got no hope.
Of course he bought time. Who the fuck else is their options? Like
Trevor Simeon.
Trevor Simeon.
They like if he gets a good drive, they're like, holy shit, this might be it. Like they're in a world.
Look, the thing is that no matter what, the Jets should always be in a game because they have an elite defense, a mid to good offensive line, and a great receiver core around this guy. And then you got Brees and Dalvin running the ball for you. You got no excuse, Zach. So yesterday, hey man, good job. Pat on the back. Good job, kid. Do it again.
They look way better just with Brees out there. Brees is just a different level.
Nah, I know I feel bad about. You know who I feel bad for in this offense, man?
Oh,
Garrett Wilson, man. I feel bad.
Yeah,
for
he
him.
deserves a real quarterback. He's not.
He's trying to Devontae Adams himself into some money, and he'll still get some money.
He'll get paid.
But
nice.
the fact that now now Lazard's gonna get catches, and guys that it's easier for him to find are gonna get catches and all that. But Zach Wilson overall, good game last night, man, for you, man. Hopefully it does. Aaron Rodgers talked them big this week. In the team this week, so it kind of had to do a little bit with that, I feel.
Another winner, we talked about him a little bit earlier. They're saying that the Texans found a real one in C.J. Stroud, who just passed Andrew Luck for the second most passing yards in NFL history by a quarterback through the first 4 games.
Yeah, let's just talk about. Hey, you know what? Seriously, shout out to Stroud because I talk a lot of shit about the guy, but we just talk about how stupid the Carolina Panthers are. But let's skip that. CJ Stroud looking fantastic. I love it being the Ohio State fan I am. I do give him a lot of shit because he's a regular season darling, but like Will said, let's see what translates into the NFL.
The Stroud's a beast, man. I can't overlook that. The Texans got a good QB for all the years of shitty or mediocre QBs. Hopefully this is the right one. Hopefully the Texans can build for the future. This AFC South looks like something they could probably win in the next 2-3 years. We're not too excited about the Jaguars so far. The Colts have some promise. I feel like the Texans and the Colts, man, have promise, man. And that's great to see. And it's
taking it back to 2010 days.
Yeah.
Second thing is, let me see. Next we got this is the losers. Or
great.
I don't like calling them losers. People with opportunity.
People that can have opportunity next week, but not this week.
Obviously, they say it's time to pull the plug on Mac Jones. We've talked about that.
Oh, we gotta talk more about that. I gotta talk more about that because I didn't get my time to talk about it. We let y'all Patriots have Central time.
Pull the plug.
What are you talking about? You had a whole lot of argument.
I don't talk about fuck pull the plug. Just do not resuscitate.
No. We
said you had a whole.
We talk about Belichick and Brady. We let y'all talk about Matt. Matt Jones, Nut Jones, fucking done. Ooh, shut the fuck up. Room somebody else. Room grab you forever.
Jakey, we missed you, boy. You're a fool.
Hey,
Jake,
that's why I'm here.
I didn't get my point on Mac Jones. Jake, don't be mad, Jake. Matter of fact, this is for you. Because you always talk about Mac Jones as some great guy. He fucking sucks. We put it in your mind, Jake. That's
Man, I don't care. Hey, Will, I don't care. Expose me. What the fuck did I call you and tell you during Sunday during the second quarter?
No, fuck that. It's not about what you said Sunday. It's about what you should have been saying. He sucks. He been sucked. And I don't know why you believed in the motherfucker. He's trash.
Took, I'm not going to entertain you with an argument. I did not entertain Will earlier with a Mac Jones argument.
You can't because you already lost, bro. You already lost. You know better. You know better.
Yeah. Okay, yes. Is it time to shut down Joe Burrow for a bit?
Yes.
Yeah, shut him down.
Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, you can't. And this is why I say no, because you had the opportunity to do that shit the first 4 weeks of the season, and you wanted to be thugs and dogs, and you didn't. And look at your fucking record now.
Now look, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this with the the Intel Cincinnati, and that I am is that they feel like this is a lot of pressure from the upstairs. This is the office, Mike Brown giving the contract saying you need to play.
And that's what always should be a 10 and your QB.
Now, if you look at all his teammates and his coaches, they're all telling him you need to sit down. And I guarantee it'd be good to go ahead.
Fields.
He needs to be
taking it down. I'm trying to put it up.
He needs to be shut down. Browning's been the backup. He's more than capable of handling it. You also got Will Greer, who's a good, substantial backup for him. Let him do what he's got to do. Let him heal. Give him 4 weeks. They can win 2 more games possibly, and then go.
This is a valid point. Fields, everyone is failing him. Mac, he's awful. Get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I wonder who those Fizz trying to keep him.
I just want to say, Will's brought up the point in the past that apparently I hate all running quarterbacks, and I've stuck up for Fields a little bit. So let's put that to bed.
Here's my thing with that. I've talked about Fields since last year. I said last year that he needed to get the hell up out of there because they was doing him no favors. Yeah, they traded for more, but they just failed that kid. And Mac, I never bought into Mac.
But here's the thing:
quarterback.
But buying it isn't really part of it because the truth is that they both have had no help, if you want to say it that way.
Who had no help? What are you talking about?
Both Fields and Mac, their coaches. And
the one thing he has had, though, he's got a Hall of Fame coach. Fields had trash over them, the sideline with him. You know what? I'll tell you that. He's had I can't call anybody that made it to the pinnacle of their career trash. I can't do that.
What I'll say is this. He's had, based on everything we've already talked about tonight, he's had a shell of a Hall of Fame coach who's not really built on like building himself personally quarterbacks unless he has the right team with him. But McDaniels is gone, and he had Patricia in there, which is Jake's favorite point. He had Patricia in there. So I'm only speaking to the fact of what Lewis is saying here about how we were all not all, but some protect Fields and excuse certain things, but then we shit on Mac when
hold on,
they both had shit situations.
Lewis, I'm gonna be real with you. Some people might defend Fields and defend Mac because that's the kind of game it is now, and that's the way the NFL game is now, and that's why you kind of see protecting Fields and not protecting Mac.
I missed his new comment. Let me see it.
This is funny. Man has the Patriots fan arguing that Devontae Parker is the number 1 receiver. Yeah, because I was telling him that's our kind of number 1 right now. Like, yeah. And I think he can be number 1.
Devontae Parker playing? I didn't even know he this shit.
He was out 1 week but came back.
Yeah, he plays sometimes. That's always his problem. When he's on the field, he's decent.
And at the same time, I understand Will's got a great comeback on this, but at the same time, I kind of feel like Coach agrees with me to a point. You need to start with your line. If you don't have a line and your quarterback only has 2 seconds for a play to develop and time before someone gets in his face, Mac can't roll out. Mac can't run. Justin Fields can, which is why the play gets extended.
Wilson. He's going through this. This is what they did with Mac already. They already replaced you with the backup and basically said, we'll take the backup over you, but your only stature, Mac, is that you was a top draft pick. So they try to spend that time with you, but they still got Zappy on the fucking roster. Hold on. They still got Zappy on the fucking roster. Anytime you fuck up, Zappy get it in. Like, and we're not going to talk about GOAT Tom Brady, who never let nobody step in his way because he was a GOAT QB. Well, Mac Jones, you are entering the danger zone right now because this man's taking
Jimmy G went in against Kansas City. What do you mean?
What?
Jimmy G went in when they were getting blown out by Kansas City and Tom Brady got sad.
What?
Yes.
No. Say that again. No. Say that again. Say that again.
You're just talking about Tom Brady.
No. Say that again and make yourself say it.
I just told you. Oh my God, I ain't saying it now.
Kansas City Chiefs, but who started the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs? Garoppolo or Tom? Tom, right? Because when the game matters, hold on.
And who started the game? Mac. But then he got subbed out.
No. But Mac, this has happened to Mac more on one occasion, though.
Yeah.
More than one occasion has happened to him.
He's not good. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, that's my point. So what the hell is Jake talking about? There's no fucking similarity. Get the fuck out of here.
No, I'm just debunking your point that Tom Brady never let anyone come in for him.
In 3 years, every year a backup's backed him up. That's bad. That means you suck. That means you should groom somebody else. In my mind, if 3 years in a row a quarterback is being replaced by the backup, that means you definitely should be groomed. Now, in Tom Brady's defense, he never had that error unless he was hurt because he's Tom Brady. But Matt's excuse, fucks no. Matt, get him out of here. He in the trash. He done. Zappy could be the QB the rest of the season. Tank for Khalid. Tank for him.
All right, next up we have Pittsburgh. They said their problems extend past Canada. When Tomlin was asked if there's going to be changes, he says emphatically, hell yeah, there's going to be changes. So looking at it, Pickett, he's entered the season. He and the Steelers are 2-2 as of Sunday. They had the 31st ranked offense in first downs. The Texans doubled their output. They beat them as far as first downs 24-12. Third down efficiency 36.2% for the season.
This shit right here had me smoked. Has Tomlin lost the locker room? More than 11.
Yeah, Pickett's bad. Pickett's bad. I thought I thought it was gonna be a little bit more from him.
Well, yeah, but also
he got thrown out there.
But his offense is terrible. Like he has weapons, but the play calling is so simple.
And that's another place where the offensive line is just terrible.
Mason Rudolph had to try to get his chance, and then he got hit with a fucking helmet. Other than that, the Steelers in the same position the Patriots are. This is what happens when you go years and years with a Hall of Famer, and you just trying to gamble on the 20 to get the 21 in blackjack, and you don't get it, and you keep him for so long. Now he's gone, and now you don't know what the fuck to do with yourself. That's just me. Same situation.
That's why every team should follow the Green Bay quarterback effect. Draft your quarterback of the future 3 years before you're about to let go of your old.
And don't trade him.
No. Hold on. No. Don't let him play unless situations like you're getting smacked by 30. Not when you're hurt and this guy got to play now and this guy put up a good showing.
We're not doing this again.
Come on, dog.
And the last one, and I agree with this one, they need to free Kyle Pitts, who is being.
Telling you, dog. Y'all don't realize Aaron Rodgers was playing that crunch time when they was down 20 and shit. Garoppolo and them was actually playing games on Sundays because
he was hurt. You gotta play a backup quarterback. This is a dumb conversation. I'm not having it anymore.
Y'all crazy,
no sense.
Dog. I don't
make no sense
at all. I'm happy that y'all going through this
Coach,
bullshit.
where could Kyle Pitts go? Where could Kyle Pitts go and succeed?
Where can he go?
To a real quarterback.
You know what? Anywhere. It sounds crazy. But it sounds crazy. But I can see Kyle Pitts because this dude's been vacant. Something's going on with my man out in San Francisco. Kittle. He don't look like himself.
It's just they don't feature him enough. They have so many other weapons in the way. I just think the shit that he does, he's not going to overuse his tight end, even though he's good. They have him blocking a lot, too.
I was about to say, he's a great blocker.
But he's a great pass catcher. Like he
100%. That's true too.
I've seen him single-handedly ruin Saints fans' lives. I love that.
That was so much fun. That play was so much fun.
San Fran has the type of offense that fucking they can vacation him until they can't vacation him no more. Obviously, because he's gonna have to get into action at some point. Kiddo, they can vacation.
I feel like they're scared of you.
The crazy thing is with what his production's been. But for how high you're drafted, you could see him get taken for a 6th, 7th round pick because they have not featured him, and you don't know what you're getting out of him.
Yeah, the production. But yeah, I would love to see that. But yeah, I just any at this point anywhere but there. I wouldn't say the 49ers mainly because maybe they'll use him, but they want their tight end to block a lot more. And I will say if there's a weakness to his game, it is blocking.
You know somewhere I just thought about I would like to see him at?
Where?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, because he did well with a receiver type tight end in Evan Ingram. And
he still has Ingram, right? Trevor still has Ingram. You signed the big.
Are they using him as well? Yeah, it's always tight ends are weird. You gotta it sounds obvious, but you gotta use them. You gotta feature them to make them. You gotta do things that they do with Kelsey. You gotta. Oh, that would be nice too. Kyle Pitts on the Texans with Nico and Tank Dell. Yeah, that'll give him. That'll give him a seam route. Yeah, that'll give him a seam route. That'll be
Yeah, I don't see the 49ers cutting him because Kittle is unless he gets hurt. Unless Kittle gets hurt, serious injury, anything, I don't see him going to 49ers. But those other two teams, the Colts and the Texans, definitely good mark, especially if you get to the next month and a half, and these guys are somewhat in contention for the South. I would go after a tight end like Kyle Pitts.
And the thing is, Atlanta plays Kyle Pitts like a wide receiver as is already. You could see him kind of fit in the Chargers offense too with how often their receivers go down. That would help out Herbert a lot too.
Do you think, we were talking about Fields earlier, maybe ship Fields to Atlanta?
Who?
Fields.
Oh, ship Fields to Atlanta.
That'd be fun. They got an okay line to be able to block. Ritter gets a lot of time, and that's what opens up Bijan on the outside.
If you're not sitting,
best friend is a running game.
Right. Will all that fix his gun shyness? Will all that fix him missing reads and being scared behind?
If you take 10 to 15 passes away from him a game, possibly.
If you got Ludacris and Big Boy and them coming to your games, it may change it. I don't know who from Chicago going to Bears games, but you know what I'm saying? If you got some,
look, I'm sorry. Look, I'm being real. I don't like anything about Chicago, so I would never go to Chicago anyway myself. So yeah, no, I wouldn't go if I were them.
Man's from whole Ohio, and he's like, I don't fuck with Chicago.
I hate Chicago. You don't think about Chicago? I like Chicago PD, Fire, and Med.
Chicago got some great food though, man. But you know your boy, I like to eat.
I'll take a New York style over Chicago deep any day.
I'm not even talking about.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Italian beef and hot dogs.
Yeah, Italian beef and hot dog down there is flat.
Real fat man food.
Take and get Caleb unless Fields cost a fifth or lower. Why do it? Yeah, mainly because the chances of you getting Caleb are slim because of the Bears. So unless you're saying the Bears just keep tanking.
Look, Fields isn't going to get in a good situation either way if they do that either because they draft Caleb. They're going to trade away Fields to some scrub that needs a quarterback that probably doesn't have an offensive line.
Maybe.
Okay. A quarterback we just talked about earlier who struggled and took a long time for him to catch on to it. But he got put in the right system. And Geno Smith.
Send him to Seattle.
You could send him to Seattle.
And as you see with Russ, Carroll's got a nice, he's an older guy, but he's got a pretty nice system out there.
It's definitely a system quarterback friendly.
Yeah, he'll definitely. If they plan to move on him, they're gonna move on. They're gonna move and get Fields if the situation is not right draft wise. Like if they don't have the right number, if they're not drafting the right position, I can see one of those teams going to get Fields. But if their draft position is at a point where you can go get Khalil Williams or another guy in this draft, then they'll do that.
I do see Fields getting at least one more shot, but wherever he goes, unless it's like some crazy quarterback guru, it's gonna be a short lease. Yeah,
no,
I'd like to see him go to Washington.
No, that too. No, I absolutely love the idea of him going to Atlanta, and I don't know exactly how. I understand he had a great season last year, and he's doing all right this year. But think about him going to a place like Detroit and at least getting a year or two on the bench away from Goff.
I take it. I take it over Mac. No problem.
I wasn't going to say it.
I take him over Mac. No problem. Let him be all the bum he wants as long as.
But there's still no offensive line. He needs help there. I ain't going to comment anymore on the Patriots tonight. I'm done with it.
Good.
Next up, we got power ranking. Power rankings.
Patriots 32.
Want to go in the top 10.
Unfortunately, the Bears are the bottom.
The Bears.
Number 10, as you can see. Can y'all see that? Okay, I need to enlarge it.
I can see it.
I can see it. We can see it. Yeah.
They're better. That cool?
I guess it's better. Yeah. For us old folks.
So you got the Seahawks at 2-1 playing right now. They were previously number 13. They moved up 3 spots at number 10. Y'all agree with that?
Yeah, they can keep their rank. They can keep that 10 ranking for right now. I mean, they haven't done nothing crazy. They haven't done nothing crazy to maintain that. They lost to the Rams, but the strength of schedule, if we did it college-wise, the Rams are actually playing respectable football. So I'm not going to hold that loss too much on them. But the injuries are lingering. They just got Jalen Allen back tonight. Jalen Allen is playing in MetLife for the first time in like years. The Geno Smith injury is going to tell the story, man. If they can keep that ranking up or not. But it'll be good to see what they can do in the next few weeks.
Okay. Number 10, up from number 12, the Buccaneers at 3-1.
Baker's bacon, baby.
Love it. Love what Baker's doing.
Baker got the best receivers he's ever had in his life. Real shit. And the crazy thing about it is, in yesterday's game, he ain't have a touchdown to the top 2 receivers. Let that sink in.
Yeah, he was getting
to. And
which is Trey Palmer.
Yeah.
He's throwing like jump balls to Trey Palmer. Trey Palmer's going nuts.
Crazy, dog. Tampa balling right now. Now they're gonna keep Bo's job. If Bo's gonna keep his job. But nah, shout out to Baker, man. He added a little bit of baking soda and he's cooking right now. He's carving defenses up, man. So shout out to him.
A lot of people gotta remember that last year in Cleveland, he played hurt.
Yeah.
Like really hurt too.
Really hurt. Yeah, they disrespected him, man. Like, damn, he played on a labrum. Like, he tried to get his bag. He trying to prove to people that, yo, I'm not only about commercials. I want my bag. I'm trying to play for my bag, play hard, and I'm still being disrespected and all that. Y'all trying to disrespect me like I'm like some fucking Jamarcus Russell or something. Like, I can understand defenses and offenses.
He's passing like a 98 or 96 QBR versus man coverage. Do not man against these boys because he'll tear you up.
Number 8, previously number 9 at 3-1. Jake's hated rivals, the Baltimore Ravens.
Love it. Love what they did to the fucking Bengals. Love what they did to the Browns yesterday. They're not the sexiest team in the league, but they have playmakers, and they have one of the biggest playmakers in the NFL, in Lamar Jackson. And it may not look sweet because he's not throwing the football, but last time I checked, 6-6 when you get in that end zone. So shout out to the Ravens for every week going out there and play. They must be the most hated team in the NFL because what they have. But they continue to win games, and their organization continues to win games. So I got to give them a shout out.
I don't know if this makes me sound like a hater or not, but the thing I've been most impressed with the Ravens this year is just how absolutely dominant that defense is. It is scary having Roquan. And it's not Zadarius. There's another linebacker they have. It's insane. And plus, they have Clowney on the other edge, too.
Yeah, Ravens are weird because, again, Lamar is playing good. Like, I mean, he's doing enough. He's doing enough. He's not losing you games, but he also isn't passing crazy, but he's doing enough to win. So
right, they're doing a lot in NFL. All you gotta do is win.
I don't know if I don't know if you'll agree with me, Will, but I feel like he's playing very safe. He's not making noise. He's not talking shit. He's not being bad. He's just he's doing what you want your quarterback to do. Shut up, throw the ball, open up the run lanes. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. You can't hate on it.
Sounds like shut up and dribble, right, Jake? No, I'm kidding. I'm fucking with y'all. No, he's doing the right thing. He's just playing. He's out there just playing.
To be honest with you, this is the most impressed I've been with him since his MVP season.
Yeah, this is probably one of his like weirdest passing seasons. He's accurate, but for like 4 yards at a time. but he's had some deep balls. He's had some deep plays. So
I just say, hey, I'm gonna be real with you. Play how you want to. I say this, and people take the knowledge. Like, and one quarterback that did it was Dak Prescott. Was like get the money, and then you want to be pass happy because they say you can't throw the ball.
Yeah,
play the fucking game.
Yeah, I agree.
For his career, Mike Vick might have improved in some aspects of the passing game, but he played his game. Play your fucking game, bro.
And that's the thing, too, is that he's playing safe. And the thing that I haven't seen Lamar do this year that he's known for, he's not really running all that much either, unless it's in, like, goal line situations.
He's saving that, Jake. He's saving that motor and that juice for the second half.
Well, yeah, he's not running on passing downs.
That's part of the smart. That's part of the smart thing I'm saying is that he's playing very smart.
Definitely is.
He's not getting injured. He's not putting himself in injury situations.
You know why though? Because he got that bread secured now, so he definitely ain't gonna do that shit.
He can play all out now and get that bread.
Right. He's killing it. I really can't talk shit about the Ravens or Lamar this year. So far, they're running the North, and that's how it's going to stay.
Good. Shut it up.
Right now, yards per attempt, you take out like Keenan Allen and the Taysom Hills. Amongst the starting quarterbacks, Lamar is number 9 right now at 7.6 yards per attempt.
And that's right where he needs to be. It'll save him from injuries. It'll make him not look.
You mean passing? Passing or rushing? I didn't hear. Okay, passing.
Oh, I thought it was rushing. My bad.
So he's in front of the likes of Jimmy G, Stafford, Hurts, Tannehill, Geno, Baker, Patty Mahomes.
We could have a conversation as to why he's ahead of those guys, but we don't need to get into that for right now.
The Ravens did a great thing. They built on their offensive line. The offensive line looks stout this year.
Line on both sides of the ball. That's why Philly and San Fran are as dominant as they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7, previously number 3 at 3-1, you got the Miami Dolphins, and they're saying that their weakness is their secondary. You got holes back there.
That's a massive drop.
Well, they put up a spanking against a bad team and then got spanked by an actual real defense. They got beat down. So
yeah, man. The day they lost to Travius White, the Bills, they definitely came to play.
That's sad, bro. That's just sad.
Yeah, definitely sad, man. That to me, man. You had Trayvon Diggs last week. Now you got Tre'Davious White this week. 2 great guys that play hard on the defensive side. Buffalo. This was the kind of game for Miami to kind of like early, like shut the critics up. Yeah, we're the team in the AFC East, but even though Buffalo and somewhat from like the oral standpoint has been struggling, they came up for this game yesterday, and they knew this game was important. They circled it, and they won the game yesterday. So Miami deserves to drop from 3 to 7 because they wasn't there. And to prove it, if their offense is not playing to where it's supposed to play, that defense ain't going to help them. And then Tua looks like regular. He looks regular. You know what I'm saying? He's looking down his looks. They get into him. They're attacking him. You know, Tyreek's non-existent. You know, that's the type of things you need to beat the Dolphins.
Coming in number 6 last week, number 6 at 3-1. Our second favorite team, the Detroit Lions. Say Hutchinson is playing awesome, and they are actually battling Dallas for the 3rd best NFC power.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be real with you. Can I speak on the Lions for a second? Because I came in, talking some shit about them. Real talk, I watched that game Thursday night, and they played the Packers. I mean, you can take it how you want to take it, but in terms of like team, like the way they're playing like it's a difference between playing like a good team and a legit team. And I feel like Thursday I was watching a legit team play on a football field, like literally, really, like a team that can be playing in either the divisional round or NFC Championship game. And I'm not going to go too far and say NFC Championship game, but they have that style. They have the defense flowing, and that offense is only getting better week by week. They bring back rookie top pick from last year, Jameson Williams, from the suspension this week.
Can't wait to see that.
I can't wait to see that shit, and their defense is fucking stellar.
And the thing, hey, you know what? I see a lot of people hating and giving the Lions a lot of shit about not getting Jahmyr Gibbs any touches. Why are you even worried about it when David Montgomery's absolutely tearing up the all defenses he's going against?
No, I would say the same too in terms of that game. Why he didn't play Gibbs, because you had David Montgomery coming off that injury. So I could feel in a sense why they were like, why he didn't play Gibbs. But you got to kind of run David Montgomery because you know at some point he's going to get hurt, and all they got to do is keep Jahmyr warm. And I feel like that was the problem on Thursday. Was like, why is he not getting the ball like that? But hey, David Montgomery with 3 touchdowns the other day. Fuck it, man. Let him run it through the ground.
I think what's happening there is that the way that offense is actually really working right now, it is running it down people's throats and beating them up. And that's not really how you're gonna run Jahmyr. He's on the outside. He's a
On the
swing
edge.
route. Get him the rock in space. Right. So when you got something working with one guy, there's no need to go to the other guy. Just keep the other guy fresh. He's a smaller back as it is. He can run hard, but let's not do it now. We don't need it now. We're 3-1. We're 3-1 without doing it. Let's keep that ace in the hole. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'll tell you what, too, on a fantasy aspect, there was a lot of pissed off fantasy owners that had David Montgomery on their bench in a lot of leagues that I saw.
Because watch, you keep grinding with Montgomery, and then Jameson come back, and now you're stretching the field crazy. That's when Jahmyr Gibbs lanes are going to be like this, and he's going to have a field day.
Right, exactly. Well, that's what I seen in that Thursday game. Like when those shit start to open up and they really become crazy, and David can actually stay healthy too, it's gonna be scary because then you don't know what the fuck to do with that offense, man. When they're on the field, it's gonna be wild. But shout out to them, man, because I'm definitely still gonna say they suck. Fuck the Lions, but the way they're playing right now, every week, man, they're coming up his own, man. Dan Campbell got them guys on a different level right now, trying to take the stinkies out of Detroit.
And I'll tell you who's the most happy about Williamson coming back too. It's Sam Laporta, it's David Montgomery, it's fantasy owners, and it's definitely Amon-Ra St. Brown. Him being on the field opens up every other offensive player on this team.
Or it hurts
stretches the field.
Or it may hurt it.
Nah, it stretches the field. It won't hurt you.
No. I mean, in terms of stretching the field, but you name fantasy and all those players you just named. One of those guys are going to be hurt by it.
It hurts. Yeah, it hurts fantasy, but it doesn't hurt.
I'm talking about in terms of like that. No, it hurts. Like that's the only reason why I said it because he mentioned fantasy. Yeah. So one of those players, I got Laporta right now. I don't want Laporta's touches to be hurt. He had a solid game the other day. I need that. Yeah. So if Laporta,
hey, I wasn't saying that for those players. I was saying.
If you have Jameson's
product, because he's going to help you out too. But it's going to, as a field and a player on an on team right now, it helps out all those guys because they get less attention now.
Yeah, they're going to get more. They get less touch, but they get less. Yeah, they're going to be open. They're going to be open. Put it that way. Somebody's going to be open.
That's true.
Detroit.
Number 5, previously number 7 at 3-1, the Cowboys. The defense took care of business, and they've had the third blowout in 4 games.
Offense literally didn't need to play.
Where was that third against the Cardinals?
Can they play what they needed to play?
Where was what against the Cardinals?
It don't matter. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Oh no, I'm not. I didn't hear it. I heard him say something about it.
I don't need if it was something like that, what you thought it was, I didn't want to hear it anyway.
Hey, all I said was where was that against the Cardinals? But it's not.
Where's the relevancy?
It was gone. It wasn't there. But this is why we play football. This is why we love the sport. We love the sport because any given Sunday, anybody can go out there and win. And we out there, we make picks every week. And we're like, everybody picked the Cowboys to win that game. That's
now with Christian Gonzalez out now.
Everybody in America picked Dallas to win that game, and they lost that game. That's the craziest thing about the NFL. Like, you can't believe it. But, hey, we move into a different week. That's why the NFL so gorgeous. You got 7 days to prepare. We beat Bill Belichick and them, and we move on. The real season, the season starts this Sunday in San Fran.
Congratulations. You beat the Little Sisters of the Poor of the NFL. That's the Patriots.
We suck.
Coming in at number 4, last week number 4 at 4-0, the Eagles just keep finding a way to win.
A.J. Brown's killing fantasy for me.
Yeah. Yep, and then he got drug tested this morning as well, man, after his 2 TD performance, maybe because he was crying that he wasn't getting in the end zone. Yeah, they found a way to win that game yesterday against a tough Commanders team that plays them tough. Actually, the last time they lost at home in the regular season was to the Commanders. So it was actually a good game for them to lean on, winning that style, and they continue to win, man.
Sam Howell, way to bounce back from a horrible game.
Yeah, definitely way back.
The Bills.
Howell.
Sam Howell's fucking nice, low key. But he gotta clean some right away. He was balling
right away. But, yeah, 3 passes to McLaurin, fucking early. Attacking the defense.
He hit Dotson late to get to the tie. Like the kid was balling, but he just couldn't do it all.
We had an Eagles fan Eagles fan was at the tailgate yesterday. What's his name? Corey? Troy. So Troy was an Eagles fan at the tailgate party yesterday. Okay. And literally when the Commanders were driving up into the Eagles won in overtime, he was nowhere in sight. He left. He couldn't watch that game. He was making
Took's out there making friends in Dallas. He really gonna move.
Friends, man. All types of friends, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a good time, man. I'm about to make some more friends after the podcast. I'm gonna go to the bar. My flight leaves at 5:45. I might stay up all night.
Fuck it. Did you sleep on the flight? That's for sure.
3, Previously number 2 at a record of 3-1, the Chiefs.
The
Can
Chiefs
we just
went down one. Yeah, they
Swift?
should have. They didn't play great.
Taylor Swift, the Taylor Swifts, 3-1.
Should we not? We don't have to do this. We don't have to be the NFL.
We're gonna do it this week.
We don't have to do this.
We're gonna do it this week. We're gonna do it this week. You know why?
We can rise above too.
The Kansas City Swifts, and this is gonna be fun. No, this is gonna be interesting because when they lose, it's gonna be so fucking funny. They're gonna say they lost because of Taylor Swift. That's why.
I'll give it to you.
I ain't waiting for it. I
didn't want to discuss or bring this name up or discuss it at all, but that's actually true, and that's fucking hilarious if it happens.
Pacheco though, good game for Pacheco.
If they start blaming Swift for the losses, it's gonna be funny as hell.
You can't blame Jackson no more. I haven't seen Jackson or heard from Jackson since the Super Bowl last year.
They got a new target. That's 100% true.
You see, Brittany Mahomes kind of mad last night. Week 1 was exciting.
She was salty, bro. That shit's funny. Also, Kelsey has had 2 okay games since she's been coming around. Just saying.
That pussy rate going up. I need some pussy right now. I want to be like Travis.
All right, Chris. Coming in number 2. Previously number 5.
I know y'all saw that great picture. Travis Kelce looking up at Taylor Swift. Zach Wilson looking up at Donna Kelsey.
Oh yeah,
that was funny. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah, Donna can get it too.
The Bills coming in at the previous number 5, number 2 this week at 3-1. Allen looks like he's coming into form right now. Y'all buying into that?
Nah,
no, he had one good game. Jesus Christ!
No, he
didn't have. No, he had 3 straight good games. He had 3 straight good games following the week 1.
And the third one was like but still, all the games since the first game have been good games.
Nah, Diggs took him to the hood. This is what happened. Diggs took him to the hood. All his boys in the hood told him, like, yo, motherfucker, y'all better get to the AFC Championship or Super Bowl at least this year, or we fucking you up, Josh Allen. And that's the way Josh Allen's kind of playing. He's going to Diggs, and Diggs is getting the ball. Diggs is getting rough. You don't hit Diggs. As long as you don't hit Diggs, Josh Allen can survive this season. But if you got to hit Diggs every week and he ain't getting no shine, then you'll hear it. But also, Buffalo ran the ball a bit yesterday, too.
I can't argue with you. I saw that. I was saying that. I'm like, yo, did they run?
They ran the ball yesterday. It was some good shit. So the Bills overall, they came. And hey, I can say that the window's closing for them, but as long as the window's closing for them, they're going to play us some fucking dogs. They definitely going to play us some dogs.
And everybody, a little fantasy plug for you watching. Gabe Davis is sitting on a lot of free agent wires. Go out and pick the man up. He averages one touchdown a game. He gets anywhere from 3 to 6 receptions for over 40 yards, I believe, and he averages 1 touchdown catch. That's his very first touchdown throw every game, practically. Josh Allen.
It's a flex wide out.
Go out and grab him. He is. He sits in my flex and he gets 15 points. I take it.
Yeah. Shit, he'll get 15 points until he can't get it. But enjoy it. Definitely.
It's just. I feel like it's hit or miss. I feel like the minute I put him in, I keep feeling this. No, he keeps producing like somewhat, but I feel like the minute I put him in, he's gonna have a 2-point.
I had him week 1 off the wire. Ain't that the feeling with all fancy guys at the wire? Like they have this good game and you want to pick them up, and you're hoping with the hopes that they have a good week or you can start them. And then even if you don't start them, they may not ball. But if you start them, it's the worst if they don't ball. It's kind of
that's exactly what he is. So week 2, he had 6 receptions for 50-something yards and a touchdown, and he got 22 points. In week 3, he had 2 catches for like 20-something yards and had 10 points. And then the very next week, this week, he had 3 receptions for 60-something yards and a touchdown and had 15 points.
And all that is in the STWF league?
Yes, it's one of them.
Do you have him in another league and see the same production? Because some of those numbers are just okay in other leagues.
No, I have him in all 3 leagues, but I'm looking. That was strictly off of the fantasy one that I got those stats from. But I have him in all 3 of my leagues. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well. Yeah. No. He's again. You could call him consistent, but it's been just 3 weeks of that, and then I've seen him in the past where there's been whole weeks where he does absolutely nothing, and it's weird. Like
we talked about the Bills coming into the season as if they were going to drown. Do you think 3-1 going into October? Do you think the drowning still will happen, or you think this team will really be upwards, man, and get themselves back into that Buffalo Bills we've been talking about the last 2.5, 3 years before last season in the little downfall?
Tre'Davious White hurts bad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say the latter, because the AFC to me is pretty wide open right now. I'm not ready to anoint Miami yet. Kansas
No,
City has had their struggles.
not the same.
Who else is that? Let's see.
Chargers,
Chargers.
they're chargering.
I'm trying to think who else is normally pretty decent on that side over there. Oh, Cincinnati's looking terrible. So
the Ravens look solid. The Jets blew it because he died.
Ravens, Chiefs, fucking Chargers, and probably Miami. But other than that, right now, Buffalo's probably the best team out of all those teams now.
I would say the Bills are playing the best football out of all those teams.
If I had to give a top three, it's Buffalo, followed by Miami, and third is the Ravens.
Y'all know if Buffalo makes the Super Bowl this year, y'all know who they're playing, right?
Not y'all.
No, I think this is the year the Niners go back if they.
They're probably going to play San Fran. No bullshit.
Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a conspiracy theory moment. If Christian McCaffrey does win an MVP, they're not going to the Super Bowl. Mark my words. So Christian may want to slow down right now. He may want to slow down a little bit because if he wins his fucking MVP, they ain't going to the Super Bowl.
I don't even think it's a conspiracy so much as he might have too much wear and tear. Which I
that too. I didn't want to seem like a hater and go to wear and tear route. I didn't want to go wear and tear route because everybody's like, "Yeah, I hate it, T." Because I don't like Christian like that anyway. Yeah. But I said if he wins the MVP, he may get a curse. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, talk about curses.
So right now,
put your voodoo dolls away.
If the playoffs were to start right now, it will be Kansas City, Baltimore, Buffalo, the Colts, the Dolphins, the Steelers, and Houston.
Wait, Kansas City's ahead of the Bills?
Yep.
How are they? They lost one, didn't they?
They did lose one.
So they're both 3-1. And
depending on who did they lose?
Buffalo, no, Kansas City beat the Jets. That's the tiebreaker. Tiebreaker is the Jets. The Bills lost to the Jets. The Chiefs beat the Jets. So off the tiebreaker, Kansas City will be ahead of them in the standings.
Oh, the Bills did lose to the Jets. Ew. But then how are they ahead of the Ravens then?
Who? Buffalo?
No, the Ravens are ahead of the Bills too. That's weird.
Okay. Ravens are ahead of the Bills. I don't know how that would work.
That's a weird one. Anywho, number one on the power ranking, San Fran 4-0, looking like a dominant ass team in every aspect of the game. They can pass, they can run, they can defend anyone pretty much. Their line is great, basically on both sides. They have weapons that are some of the best weapons in the league, and they're not even using them.
The only thing that can stop San Fran is either injuries or themselves. Injuries because there's a lot of wear and tear. I think Mitchell's a little banged up right now, so can McCaffrey tote the load for an extended period of time? He's shown in the past that he can't. And my man Shanahan, he's got great schemes, but he's shown that he kind of nuts up in pressure.
I mean, they were gonna win. They just Purdy died in the playoffs. They were doing good.
I'll be real with you. We've seen every QB probably in the league. We've seen every QB in the league this season kind of give you a game that's like, damn, that motherfucker QB gave you a game. Like even Justin Fields and they're 0-4. The only QB I'm gonna say that hasn't gave the NFL a game yet is Dak Prescott, and I'm gonna say it right now on wax that he's gonna give the Cowboys a game against the 49ers Sunday. I'm gonna say it right now. Conspiracy moment. If you want to take it as that way, I think Dak balls this Sunday against the 49ers.
No, it's not conspiracy. I just think you're a homer and you're gonna be disappointed.
No. I've been really looking at the QBs and even Mac Jones against the Eagles. Even though the Eagles were man pressed and they wasn't D'ing the man fully, Mac Jones threw for 3 and some change. Dak hasn't had a game like that this season. And he needs a game like that. I feel like if they beat the 49ers, they're going to have to beat them based on that. And let's see if he can do it. And I just predicting that because I haven't seen him. Out of all the QBs, I haven't seen him with a performance yet. And I've seen a lot of these other QBs with that type of performance, even in the win or loss, but I've seen them do it.
I hope he puts up a game because this has the potential to be the game of the season so far. These are two of the best teams in the league, two of the best defenses in the league. Both offenses have weapons. great coaching, good coaching on both sides for the most part, and I think it's gonna be a great game.
Hopefully, it's a great game.
What you got?
You got so much confidence in your boy Dak, man.
It's obvious. I mean,
Dak, what was the feeling leaving that locker room last January against those guys?
Talking about San Fran.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, we're so far past that, to be honest with you, but that's obvious. I mean, you just want to piss me off going to this week, and I appreciate that. I do, actually. I do. Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Lost drive, you guys.
I mean, every day.
He almost cussed.
Every day. Every day, Todd.
Snap on him.
Who they've been, what this matchup's been the last couple of years. I've played them in the playoffs. Understand it's a team that if we want to get to where we get, we've got to play them again come playoffs. So looking forward to the matchup and turn the page come tomorrow morning and come up with a great game plan.
Two things. One, he was like this close to being like, catch me outside then.
Yeah.
But and two, on a sidebar, yo, that old guy who's holding up the down sign got rolled on, like I told you. You got to build a wall around that old man in this game. He got rolled. He's all right, but he got rolled on.
Gino?
Nah, there's an old man holding up the down sign in this game on the sidelines. And he got rolled on. I kept saying, yo, why is he out there? He's not going to be able to move if players are coming at him.
Right. Never mind trying to move the fucking chains.
Gino's
Hey,
I know, right?
I know we're past the power rankings portion of it, but has anyone got any more extra confidence on the Titans, or do you think they just went against a horrible Cincinnati team?
Hell no, they went against a team that's in shambles right now.
Yeah, Tide. I have no faith in Tennessee.
They kind of know how to play against Cincinnati. I mean, that game was ugly last playoff season, but they sacked Joe Burrow 9 times. They had another offensive piece. They could have won that game last year too. This year, they got another offensive piece. Though DeAndre Hopkins really didn't make a difference yesterday. That team, Mike Vrabel, they know how to go in there and scheme a little bit. So.
Yeah, the only reason I was saying that is because Ryan Tannehill looked very clean. Derrick Henry looked absolutely unstoppable. The defense showed up, like Tuke just said. I was like, I wonder if this is just a very bad Cincinnati team that they're going against, or if the Titans have a little something to show. I don't know.
I think the Titans played their best game of the year, and I think they played it against a team that is struggling.
They didn't play against. They played the last 2 weeks. They played a good game against. 2 weeks ago, they played a good game against the Chargers. I feel like they came to hoop against Chargers, but this is the thing, Cincinnati, man. They should have sat Joe Burrow. They should have just took their loss, sat him out the first couple weeks, took the losses, and then Joey Burrow coming with that fire. Now you're waiting for a Joey Burrow 400-yard game. Now
a week now.
The money's gonna be in his head now. The injury's gonna be in his head now. All that's gonna be in his head now. Now he's gonna have to lead this team now to another historic, second half of the season and try to make the playoffs. Hopefully they can do it. Hopefully.
All right. And I know we're going to cover it in detail on Wednesday, but just give an update on.
You messing with my injury segment? Is that what you're doing?
No.
No, never that. Will. I was going to do
No.
I'm not going to do it Wednesday, so I didn't put nothing in injury wise today. Say that, you know what I'm saying? That's your part of tea. So
far from our picks that we had for week 4, we have for the week 2. Will and myself went 12-3.
God damn.
Guess we had last week. Dale went 11-4, and are coming into week 4. Front runner was Jake. So as of right now, going into tonight's game, which everybody but 2 took Seattle.
Yeah, I might get one on 2 today. Let's
hold on. I took Seattle. I took the Giants.
Giants, yeah.
I had confidence in my Giants, man. I had confidence in
my Giants, he said.
I never wanted to hear a Cowboys fan say my Giants.
I never want to hear anyone say my Giants.
Well, when they got money on them, they my Giants tonight.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? But now, fuck that. They lost.
See, gambling take you to bad places, like saying my Giants.
Right now, Will made some ground. He's 36-28 on the season coming into the night.
Over 500. Let's get it, people.
Jake and 2 are tied at 39-25, and I'm one up at 40-24.
So you're in
Hey, don't
first.
worry.
Coach.
So coach is in first. Let's go, coach. We can't
And
let
I'm in
these two
third.
dudes win.
Don't let the old man outdo you now.
I tell y'all,
You
the
should.
gap's gonna close next week. I'm telling y'all, I keep telling y'all, every week the gap closes. Next week 5 is mine. Let y'all hang in there.
Talk about don't let the old man win. You've been watching since they had leather helmets. No, I'm fucking with
I did watch when they had the one ball across the face mask though.
Ooh, those are rough. The punter, those are rough. Those are rough.
Oh man.
That's good.
Hey yo,
Don't worry, I'm coming
Giants
back
gonna
with
come
a
back and win
vengeance
this
this
game.
week.
Giants gonna come back and win this game.
Stop that. Don't do that.
Hey man, hey look, it just means it's gonna fall back in line, 2 behind me.
Giants better go for this on 4th and 1. They better not keep that field goal. They better keep going.
They already missed 1 4th and 1 tonight, so they might be scared.
So what's the score right now?
14-3.
Seattle.
14-3.
Hold at the Seattle 16.
Yeah, late in the third.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 46 seconds left in the third. 4th and 1. Yeah, see how this goes. They're going to run it. We're going to give you live play-by-play. See how this goes. They're lining up to go for it, it looks like.
Yep, they better. They ain't got no fucking choice. They fucking down 2 scores, and they close.
Well, they got time, bro.
I mean, they need to go. They suck, so they need to go to any possible chance.
The second half now already?
Yeah.
2:46 left in the third.
Yep.
How's it playing now? Let's go. They lining up.
Daniel Jones sneak.
That's what failed last time.
Right now. Only small fucking play they can do right now is fucking him on a sneak.
Nope, they're gonna bootleg him, and he had nothing. He's running. He's gonna make this. Yeah, good shit.
Yes, good shit.
Scrambled.
Man.
He scrambled.
John's gonna come back and win this game, guys. I'm about to be in first tonight.
Yeah, right.
Nah, I mean, even if you win it, I think you can only tie.
You're still tied with coach.
Yeah, you tie
Fuck
coach.
it. But I get the over though. Strength of schedule, baby. More upsets.
Yo, my man makes up more rules for this competition every week
goes
on.
But I said that though. No. But I said
He's
that right.
begging for a mulligan.
We should get more for the upset. I said that.
No, I tell you what. See, look. Hey, if I didn't have my loyalty to the Patriots, I'd be in the lead right now. I don't like this.
Who fault that?
Yo,
Yeah, too.
Shut up.
I told you stop doing that shit.
Well, hey, after I saw the defensive injuries this week, I'm done doing that.
I'm taking Dallas every game, Jake. I ain't mad at you.
Hey, we got to clip him though. Clip him when he was like, "I'm gonna take the Patriots, and I'm gonna take them every time. I'm never gonna go against them." Now, motherfuckers like, "Yo, I ain't picking them no more."
What the Patriots play next?
Do you see the injuries? Would you pick this trash ass team if Judon and Gonzalez about that?
Hey, that's why you don't say sunshine and rainbow shit like that.
Hey, it wasn't sunshine and rainbows. It was about love, man.
Hold on.
That's what I mean.
I gotta let everybody know this. Now, this Sunday coming up is a home game. It's at 1 o'clock. It's the Patriots at home playing the fucking Saints.
Oh, pick 6. You're done, bro.
I'm
a pick 6 from the goal line.
Are you serious?
From the goal line.
Hold on, what?
Yo, they were on the goal line about to score, and Daniel Jones just threw a pick 6.
Wait, are you sure you're not watching Mac Jones?
Basically, the Jones boys are having a rough week.
He threw a pick 6
on the goal line. He threw a Kirk Cousins from this week.
Look, it's perfect because this just works out great for me because I like seeing the Giants lose.
Yo, on the goal line, literally threw a 97-yard pick.
Why didn't you play Playcall tonight?
This is 100% the worst week that I've ever picked for wins and losses. I can't believe I did that bad.
And, bro, the pass was awful. Behind the receiver, no one else there, just right to the corner, all the way.
So I'm assuming with how this is playing out the last 2 weeks, Matt Breida was not a good free agent pickup to play.
I mean, he could have been a good pickup, but he plays on a fucking shitty team.
Yeah, they're terrible in every way, so.
21-3, yeah. Turn this fucking game off. This game's over. I ain't gonna pick up no ground.
Yo, Dable, they just caught Dable on camera when Jones was walking back to the sideline. Dable's like this, like, what was that? What are you doing? And Jones just looked away.
And you know what? They deserve everything they get. They shouldn't have gave him their money.
Who, Daniel? Yeah, they messed up. They should.
You know why I think they gave him that money?
Because they had to.
The fucking Mannings. The Mannings probably pushed for that shit.
Yep. You're right about
The
that.
same way the man is pushed for him to be fucking drafted in the fucking top 10.
Like Peyton and Eli Manning's?
Yeah. Eli. The man were high on him when he was at Duke. That's the reason why he went to
behind
the
him getting drafted to New York.
They're trying to get him drafted.
This is why you don't give money to a guy that has one good year of football. This is why Lamar deserved his money, and so did Burrow. But this dude did not.
This is why they say basketball. When you're a player, players may not make good coaches or GMs or anything because the men were successful football players, but you know what I'm saying? They may not have that scheme and going to get players and thinking they can pick players out of a fucking hat to be QB for a fucking professional football team. It's terrible.
Yeah, that shit was rough.
But Will, on that note though about what I just said about quarterbacks that deserve their contracts and did not deserve their contracts. I know you don't like the word deserve. Do you think I'm bringing up two more quarterbacks that got paid? Do you think Herbert deserved his contract, and do you think Hurts deserved his contract?
I think they both earned their contract.
Yep. Especially
now, and I said the thing about Daniel Jones because I said he had one good year. You don't pay a quarterback that had one good year. You need consistency.
Now,
Jalen Hurts last year I understand he had a decent year 2 years ago, but it wasn't a huge amount of a winning season. It was by like one game or two. Now
the thing is, you saw improvement every game.
Every year he's gotten better. Took his team to the Super Bowl. He was second in MVP voting, if I'm not mistaken.
I think Hurts is a system quarterback, but I think Daniel Jones is less than a system quarterback, or at least had a good system year. Hurts is at least excelling, like at magnitudes in his in his system. Also, again, this is the Lewis point from earlier. Again, we're gonna come at we're gonna excuse Fields. We're gonna shit on Mac. We're gonna shit on Jones. Jones ain't got no help neither, really.
I was just about to say that because Hurts has got Brown, Smith.
No. This will not.
Gainwell.
Jones ain't got no help either.
Hold on.
A stellar fucking defense.
But then they was trying to throw it on. They were trying to make it seem like the ball fucking changed this dude around in the fucking whole year. And I think that's where it got fishy and funny because it's like, okay, shout out to you on your first year being a coach, but this is more than 1 year. Your first successful year, you're gonna get a second year to coach, and you have to do the same shit.
And also, I'll attack my own point. The big difference between Mac Jones, Fields, and Daniel Jones is that Daniel Jones just got a whole bag. Those guys are
Mac Jones won't even get that at all.
Those guys are on rookie contracts. They may never get that much money ever.
Mac Jones is either going to be an XFL backup or a Canadian Football League Toronto Argonaut.
He might just retire. You see how sad he looks after every game? He might just fucking leave.
He's going to end up being the new Kellen Moore in the NFL. Watch.
He smiled when Zappy got in the game yesterday.
We're going to be a wanker yanker.
He's feeling like Ryan Leaf. But, yo, shout out, man. Shout out to you fellas. Shout out to my man, Toot, still in Texas, doing his thing, doing it big, holding it down. Shout out to the chat. Man, shout out to Jake for showing up today. Appreciate you, bro.
Salute.
Hey, you got to show up for work sometimes before you get fired.
That's fucking the truth if I ever heard it.
True shit, real shit, man. Shout out to all you guys. I want to make an editor error on myself. I can't talk about the Patriots in grooming QBs when they had a fucking Hall of Fame QB forever. You got to keep him 40 times out of 40 times. The rest of those QBs on the roster sucked. So I can understand why those guys wasn't going to get full-time jobs being a Patriot. So I do apologize to Will and our Patriot Nation for that. But in all, shout out to everybody for tuning in tonight. Like, share, and subscribe. And hopefully the Patriots can get their QB in the future, or else I'm going to be laughing every fucking day, man. And I want to laugh every day. At the same time, I don't want the city to be all the way bad. I want them to be somewhat good. Yeah. And I just feel like you could have got a QB a couple years ago. But, hey, Tom's the GOAT. Tom's a one of a fucking million fucking fossil, and you're never going to find that man again. So,
But and I appreciate that. And also what I'll say is the worst part about that debate is that we actually agreed on the overall point. That was so it was a classic like Will and Toot just going at it because we actually agreed on the overall point. It was just the grooming point where we didn't quite agree. I think they groomed Jimmy, but then they fucked up. They traded him. You're right about that. They should have never traded him. I don't know why you trade the guy, but it is what it is. We won't go back. I appreciate you. You're right.
Jimmy today has a concussion.
I know, right? I know.
So he probably wouldn't be playing anymore.
Dead man. He's always hurt. Also, I'll say, it was great content. Us arguing. It always is. So good shit, my guy. You already know.
Absolutely. We always need them whole ass arguments.
I love in the middle of it, and then I'm looking over and coach is just like, and Jake's not saying a word, and I'm like, oh, we cooking.
It's made for TV.
Yep, I'm not saying shit. I'm straight in the chat messaging coach like, I missed this shit. But as far as my shout outs go, shout out to that Mexican food that Coach and Tuke were eating. That shit looked fire. Shout out to Coach's hat, because that hat's fucking fire. And hey, shout out for you guys for letting me come back, because I ain't saying without being able to come here and listen to you two guys argue, me jumping in when I feel like it. And overall, man, it was good to give Lamar some flowers today and telling Mac Jones he sucks.
Hey,
my man, he's all out of sorts.
Shout out to my man Tuke, man. Had a blast hanging out with you this week. Only thing I didn't get to do with Tuke was we were not able to catch a high school football game.
Oh, you didn't catch Duncanville.
Yeah.
We're supposed to catch Duncanville, but they play next week.
I'd say was Duncanville out of town today?
We drove all the way over there. Like, nobody here.
Oh, no.
I got to see the stadium. I got to see a lot of prestige schools down there. I got to see, hey, Texas is different, man, from Massachusetts, man, and it's different probably for the better in my eyes. But in all, man, though I'm a little excited to be back home, man, I'm going to miss this place, man. I don't want to leave. I'm about to have my shorty get on the plane by herself, and I'm about to stay down here.
Wait, we going to go back down here.
Tuke, you can actually answer the question for us now. Is it true? Is everything bigger in Texas?
Shit, man, listen, everything bigger in Texas.
Hey,
man.
yo.
I look 6 feet in Texas.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Also, I got a question right quick. How good is Coach as a tour guide?
Tour guide's good, man. He showed me things that nobody in the car would fucking show me and load to me. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, man. Great tour guide. Guy knows where the fuck to eat. I'm telling you that right now.
That's my guy. Never doubted it. Never doubted it.
Hospitality was at a great level from him and Unc. You know what I'm saying? Though I spent most of my days with Coach, man. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of how the trip was planned. But shout out to everybody in Texas that showed me love, man. Shout out to everybody in Texas. I'll be back here. I'm from Texas officially now. I'm just living in Massachusetts. I'll be back. Oh, I had to bring some. Well, I had to bring. Yeah, we smoke. Hell yeah, we smoke weed, and it's crazy because I didn't think I was gonna have a lot of weed down here, and I ended up having weed every day, probably but today.
Had to let Frankie know.
Yeah,
the last day.
Yeah, Tuke was down there with his 420 vision.
Frizz, Frankie, dog. I'm coming back tomorrow. I'm about to holler at you, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, definitely the weed fire here too, dog. No bullshit. Crazy.
Hey, but definitely appreciate y'all, man. I don't take too many jabs, but I got to. I enjoyed the game yesterday. What I enjoyed the most, and two, I wish you had been over there where we was at tailgating. We were right by the sidewalk. We called it the walk of shame when the other fans are walking down with their heads down after they just took an L.
That's the crazy thing. I was gonna leave the game and actually come back over there. That's how bad the game was getting. No bullshit.
Wait. Y'all didn't tailgate together? You left?
No. So what happens? I had a ticket to the actual game. What Cowboys do down there is that they tailgate down there, and the way the stadium is, you can go to the TV and shit to the games, or you can go to the stadium and watch the game on the big screen. So I had tickets to the game. Coaching it was tailgating, so I met up with him for like an hour.
This man, he be getting in places, man. You gotta watch you.
Who, me?
You gotta watch this guy. You gotta watch this guy too.
Hold on, I was out there. I was talking shit to Patriots. I was talking shit, man. I could have got killed last night, but I don't give a fuck. I'm me. I come out here. I'm me.
Hey,
I'm fine.
I ain't gonna lie. When I asked Tuke to show me the spread, because I'm like, I need to see how Coach throws down on the Barbie. He showed down and showed through. I'm like, dude, I want to try some of that Cajun spaghetti. I ain't gonna lie. Those wings look fire, but that's spaghetti.
That shit bad news, dog. It's good. It's bad news.
Bad news.
I told Coach what happened. It was bad news, dog. A good thing I got to the crib.
That shit sound real heavy.
That shit had me in the track. That shit had me in the track for the Olympics, dog. Running the 2.8.
That shit sound heavy for a man up north.
Bomb and shit, bro. No bullshit. Bomb and shit.
Well, hopefully we kept y'all entertained this week, man. We try to keep everybody up to speed and what all we was doing. Again, had a blast. It was a good vacation for me. I look for the next one in about 5 weeks. So having a lot.
I was about to say Tuke's vacation probably felt like Coach's vacation. He had one of his friends down there, and he was balling out.
Don't get it twisted. I will come if I can find a ticket for a weekend that is a decent price for me. I might come back down there in like the next couple months. on the 3-day. So that's crazy.
Ain't gonna be cold when you go.
I don't give a shit if it's cold or hot. Well, in the cold.
That's one of the reasons to go. Let me get about this fucking weather that's in Boston and get to this nice weather.
I'm glad you had a lot of fun, man.
Definitely nice down here, man.
He had some
Definitely
barbecue,
nice
he had some sweet tea, he had some lemonade.
Real
lemonade.
too. Hold on. When you get a refill for $1 with the same fucking cup.
Oh, the lemonade?
Yep.
Homemade lemon fresh squeeze?
Yep, fresh squeeze with the big.
Y'all playing games. I'm getting out of here. Bye.
Crazy, dog.
Well, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night for the chop up, man. Had a lot of fun. Did you get any fair food when you was out there?
Yeah, I got some. I got a couple things from the fair food, man. They wanted they most of the fucking places were fucking cashless, so I was able to find a cash side. Got some things, man, at the fair, man. I should have grabbed some Gremlin fucking shit, man, from the fair. The HBCU game's fucking lit, man. But you know, they had the corn, the Fiesta corn in the cup.
Oh yeah.
They fucking yeah, it's crazy.
Get your ass a debit card, bro. What are you doing?
No, I had a debit card, bro. No. I had a debit card, but I had carried cash with me. I brought cash with me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking like I could just spend cash in the debit.
Right. You didn't want to spend
a lot of things in Texas are cashless. So bring.
It's 2023, bro. Of course it is.
I know. Massachusetts. And that's what I said. There's something we don't know. I said, yeah, but we read about that shit every day that the world's going to be cashless. So, yeah, that was my mistake on it. But there was some places that were cash. There was some places that were cashless. But overall, man.
Yeah, like the Mexican place we went to today, it was straight cash.
Coach got mad at me straight a little bit, man. Coach got a little mad at me this week, man, but it was cool. Hold on. So Coach, general offer, saying, pay tab on the meal. We went to go get some tea. I took out my debit card and pay for the tea. And Coach looked at me like, motherfucker, what you doing taking out your phone? I said, I told you I got you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it's supposed to be. I mean, I know it's your city, your town, you showing out for your guests, but at the same time, I mean, he want to come and show out too, y'all. Hold each other down.
But that not mad in a bad way.
No, I know exactly how it is. I know.
I'm sitting there like, yo, I say, I got you, dog. I'll pay for this tea, dog. You about to bring me to the Dunkerville game? You about to chill at your crib? Man,
it's the least he can do. It's just tea, bro.
Yo, tea place is crazy though, man. I can talk about it all night, 30 man.
Different teas in there.
Yeah, it's like 30 different teas. I had to bomb. It was bomb.
Well, we sure appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for the chop up. We're gonna entertain y'all as always. Parlay, STWF TV, and we out.
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the podcasting network, wherever you get podcasts.